All right. Well, welcome to All-Star Weekend. We have 325 teams participating in our November All-Star Triples, making it our largest All-Star Triples to date. 100% payback in fees. I'm Sean Green, and I am joined by the wonderful Ryan George. Ryan, you're on this side of me. What's up, buddy?
What is going on, my friend? I am so excited to be here this weekend. It's just so good.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to have you for the first time here for the PPD stream, and I know that you're going to kill it, so I'm not worried about it at all, buddy. I'm a little bit frazzled for everyone that is wondering at home. Might have thrown a headset or two. Don't have a keyboard currently because my computer decided that today was the day that a USB port was not going to work anymore. So we'll see how long my mic stays on and you're able to hear me, and we'll go from there. But until then, Ryan, I'm excited, buddy. This is going to be a great weekend. We got a lot of teams. We have a lot of divisions. We have a Division 21 team that we could be covering tonight, including a Division 2 team, Division 1 team. I believe we're starting off with something that Nick told me in my ear, but I was not paying attention at all. But, buddy, let's check it out.
I'm so excited, buddy. And I'll tell you right now, that looks like Mr. Mike Scarborough.
That is definitely
picking it out to Arizona, at least on one side of this adventure.
And let's see. Nick, what level are we at? Division 7 is where Mike Scarborough is located today. And that's the beautiful thing about these divisions, right, is they all kind of equal out depending on who they decide to play with. So this is Brian Davis, Mike Scarborough, and William Fraley taking on Betsy Luke, Corey Luke, and Matt Reshvoid. I don't know. Reshoid. We're going to go with that. Rushid? I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying.
I mean, you know.
Little bit disappointed. Stowe just lost to Stephen Bunting. Hats off to Stephen. He shot very well. He took advantage of every single opportunity that Stowe gave him. Really annoying, actually, that happened, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be excited. First American, or North American anyway, to make it through to the quarterfinals. You know, would have liked to see him take down Bunting again. That'd have been cool.
Yes.
But, you know, still living the dream. He's still got to be saying we're living the dream. The Neon Nightmare seems to be sticking is definitely alive and well.
The Neon Nightmare, indeed. I like it. Do you like it?
I like it, but it doesn't. I like it for what it is. I don't think it matches his personality. It matches his clothing. But, you know, Stowe being such a warm and fuzzy guy in general, Nightmare is a little weird, but it's good. And he seems to be digging it.
Yeah, I like it because I guess the Nightmare part of it, right, is just the overall, he's a nightmare to have to play.
Well, beyond a shadow of a doubt there. Yeah, absolutely. So playing Stowe Bunts is never. I mean, it's always fun, but not fun when you're losing. So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there. All right, as I am looking at how to switch my restream to the right thing, everybody in the chat, hope you're doing well. Excited to be here for this wonderful, wonderful stream, not scream, but stream.
Scream was 20 minutes ago.
Woo! Yeah, I was screaming a little bit.
Hey, buddy, I get it. You were on the plug and play, and it didn't want to plug and play. And Jacob Armstrong saying, "Oops, I got replaced." You're not replaced. I just got to hang out. I get to hang out and have fun every once in a while too,
Well,
but I did wear this jersey just for Jacob, just in case he happened to catch wind of this today. So,
well, good news here. They can't see that.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's true. We're not on. We're just we're on. Yeah, we're halfway there.
Oh, we're halfway there.
That's the cued in perfectly, buddy.
All right, so I am trying to now just make this where I can see the chat full screen, but maybe I'll get there eventually.
William Fraley looking to do work here and finds it. Dart number 3. I'm trying to make my screen just a little bit bigger. There we go. Even bigger yet.
Okay, well, the good news is that didn't change a single thing when I was trying to make it work, but that's fine.
Fair enough.
Maybe I'll just go back into it, see what happens.
You never know. Because Brian Davis really needs to close shop here to give him a bed, but doesn't grab it. So now, Betsy, by the way, I'm just going to enjoy saying Betsy on repeat. That's just going to be fun for me. Looking to take 16s and does. Dart number 2.
All right, we're good. I think I'm good.
You think you're good?
I'm as good as I'm going to be. Let's put it that way.
And you know what? Sean Green, as good as you're going to be, is still really good Sean Green. So.
Oh, you stop it right now, buddy.
You know.
You're already welcome back.
You know how emotional I get. Can't take me anywhere.
When did Will have PC problems? Oh, that one day.
That one. Was that the day that we had the hashtag Where's Will?
Probably. Yeah, that seems about right. Look at this. Matt closes out that one on the Bulls, but he's still behind 5 points, so the opportunity is there for this colorful character, Mr. Will Fraley.
Trying to do his best Stowe Bunce impersonation here, drawn the jersey.
I like it.
Solid.
He's going to need a lot more Bulls than that one. He is not going to do it, so looks like the team playing out of South Dakota for MG Leagues is going to take this leg. First leg here. This is to get to the king seat. Not yet. There it is. That'll do it. Corey takes it out. Corey Luke. There's Will. Hashtag I'm right there. Well, if you're right there, then where are you here?
He figured he'd give the small, well, not small, but the small town kid from Indiana, from the farm leagues, a chance to play with the big boys, maybe. Little sympathy vote for Mr. Will Stewart today.
All right, let's go to leg number 2. Mike Scarborough starting off with the 6 mark. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the stream. I am wearing the brand new ugly Christmas sweater from Magic Wear. Compliments of the wonderful Jen Mounts, who got this bad boy for me as a Christmas gift. And that's just so nice.
Yeah. I got to, Brandon actually played with Mike out at one of the bull shooters. Or no, not bull shooter. No, it was at TOC. And talked about how much fun Mike was to play with and how unbelievably talented of a shot he was. So, looking forward to actually getting to see some of it myself now, firsthand.
I do want to just jump in here real quick, everybody. So, hello.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, how's it going, boys? I do want to say, because we're covering bull shooters here, little surprise announcement. I will actually be out there December 1st through the 4th, streaming out of that bar in person. So just want to give a huge shout out to the bull shooters crowd. So be over there for one of those Arachnid tour stops, and excited to meet a lot of my Phoenix
Oh,
friends
in
in person
AZ?
finally. Yeah.
Oh, buddy,
Nice.
look
So
at you.
I was going to do a remote, and then I saw a cheap flight. I was like, I could just go out there and make sure Mike Scarborough keeps his shirt on, and so that's what we ended up doing.
You mean make sure he takes it off?
Yeah, well, whatever content seems better in the moment.
All right,
I'm
Betsy.
excited for that.
Betsy's got quite a little shot on her.
She does.
Big 6 mark from Betsy.
Betsy says, I might have that sweet name, but I'm not going to play with you on the board.
All right, Ryan. So the one
Uh-oh.
thing that I'm
What's
worried
up?
about with you, you got to
Uh-oh.
get on board with Boom Goes the Dynamite, because if you don't, you're going to get really annoyed really quickly.
You just don't ask me to say it. We've covered this. I'll listen to you say it all day long. Just don't ask me to do it. That's yours. That's your baby.
Man, do you want me to list all the people who have said Boom Goes the Dynamite on
Yeah, I'm
mic
sure it's a
now?
lot. I'm sure there's
Danny
a lot of really,
Baggish,
I'm sure. Well, you know what? Danny,
Jen
if you give him
Mounts.
$1 to do something, is going to do it.
Jen Mounts did it a lot.
Well, Jen Mounts is amazing, so that makes it tough for me to say no.
I'm telling you.
Has Will Stewart ever said it?
Well, I'm
With
sure he has.
enthusiasm.
He's tried. He's tried.
Wait, Will's the originator? What?
No, he's not, but we like to make that up.
Okay. Don't get me started. Jakob, you'll do anything for $1 too. Stop it.
Yeah, Jacob said it. There you go.
Well,
Of course,
yeah,
I've also
'cause
said put it on the counter a whole bunch of times too. You know how it goes.
it just makes me giggle because, Jacob's like, hey, Ryan, can we work on like getting this really new, sick, cool jersey made? And then, but by the way, do you know how awesome Sean Green is, Ryan? And I'm like, I know Sean. I think he's awesome too. But he's really, really awesome. And I'm like, I know, Jacob. I know.
You can keep going with this. This is making my mood better. The more you
Well,
tell
I
this
mean,
story.
I'm here to make your mood better, but then I'm also going to hit you with it. My power ranking still has Nick at number 1, so
Well, it shouldn't, but that's on you. You notice how Nick did not deny that it shouldn't? Just saying.
No, he said correct.
I did say correct in the background. I just would like to make that known.
He meant correct as in like correct that's number 1 on your listing, not correct as in like that's the correct list.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right. You know what? We'll settle this charity match. $100 a man will put up for charity, Sean. You and me playing the stream.
I'm in.
ooh.
All right. Well, that was
And I'll
pretty
sit
easy.
in the chair and talk.
you and Jakob can compensate that one.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I'm here for it.
Well, Jacob, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Guys, in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you have in this one. As you can see, Mike Scarborough is just warming up on a different board. I don't know if you could hear that because of my mic, but I was giving a tisk-tisk sound. Could you not hear that?
It's funnier that you told us.
Did you hear it or not?
No.
Oh, stupid, great microphone.
Stupid, high-end, quality microphone.
Shane, if I am mic'd up, there's going to be at least 80 booms. Even when I hit a 1 mark, I'm going to yell "Boom Goes Dynamite," just to mess with Nick. See, look at that. Jacob doesn't even list you in the top 3, Ryan. What's up with that?
I shouldn't be in the top 3. I'm fine with that. Are we talking darts or commentary? Because it's really not either. Am I in the top 3? So
If it's darts, I should be lower on that list.
Jacob is talking with his he's thinking to the future when he speaks. It's okay. I gotta go edit a website really quick, guys. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I gotta take a jersey off a website real quick.
I love it. All right, Betsy doing some work here, but they're down a bit in this leg number 2. It's a 1-0 score line for Betsy, Corey, and Matt from South Dakota.
I've just started to realize in the last few months that there's an insanely large number of darters from South Dakota.
It is huge with a capital Y.
Exactly.
I mean,
I love
it
it.
snows
I think
a
it's
lot.
great thing.
What else are they going to do?
Well, that's the same theory on like Wisconsin, Minnesota, stuff like that.
Exactly. Too, And that's why they have really big dart communities as well.
Yep.
Now, Arizona, they just like darts because they don't have an excuse.
Well, actually, they do. It's just in the other direction. Do you want to be outside when it's 120 degrees and bone dry?
When it's -5 here? Yep.
I'll take the -5.
And Billiam hits that one. Big 3-5-5 in that leg. And Billy F makes it a 1-1 scoreline.
I like the Billiam touch.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just to give you guys an update on what's coming up next in the background, they just started the King Seat match for Division 1. Watching that in the background, and since that is a race of 4, it will still more likely be going on when this one finishes up, so we'll cut to the coverage of that after.
So now that he said that, just make sure you're looking forward to this race to over 1,000 points each. As you know, that's going to happen in this last leg.
1,537 points later.
Well, good news is that it is just a round out at 20, I believe, still. So we're good.
So Matt does not connect. So
No, so it'll be...
Yep.
Dicey, is Billy going first?
No, he was second. Scarborough went first.
Oh, okay, I was like, that seems like an interesting move, and I need to know more about Billiam if that's the case. All right, here comes Mike Scarborough.
I just need you to keep calling him Billiam.
Oh, listen, I'm sure it's like a really proper like William, and that's not actually what he goes by. If it is, just let us know in the chat. Otherwise,
Actually,
he will be Billiam.
Knowing that you said that now, he probably goes by like Willie. Something super informal. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, no, it's Willie.
I mean...
It's not Will, it's not Billy, it's not Bill, it's Willie.
Based on the jersey, skinny pants, and Vans he's got on, there's no way he goes by William, right?
No.
Like that's...
No, he
like
goes by Willie, and you're setting him free.
I don't think he goes by Willie. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess he goes by maybe Will. He looks like a Will fan.
Maybe he's Willard.
He might be Billy. You never know. He goes by just Will. Yeah, I figured. Thanks, Mike. I knew someone was gonna tell us. I was right, by the way.
You were right. I was just hoping for something like off the wall and crazy.
Oh, look at that from Corey. Big darts.
That's a big trigger to pull on that third dart. You're down 3 points.
Brian has a unique throw. I like it though.
Sean, I'm going to ask you quickly to tell me who he reminds you of by looking at him, and you better answer quickly because it's really easy.
Who?
Looks like Floyd, Bobby Floyd.
Which one?
The Brian that just threw.
When I say who, that's what I meant.
Brian does.
Okay, all right, we'll go with that. Yeah, he does for sure.
Yeah,
it's the backwards
okay.
hat that really locks it in. All right, here is the shirtless wonder
With a shirt on.
Heather Fuller in the chat. What?
Uh-oh.
A lot of our Fahonix, Arizona people are tuning in with us. Ryan, how's this Saturday going for you, bud?
You know what? It's actually a gorgeous day outside, and about 45 minutes or so before this weird Orlando phone number called me out of the blue, I just gotten back from, we had our first YMCA basketball game today that I helped coach.
Nice.
So,
did you guys win?
We don't keep score in the age group that I'm working with.
What age group is that? 12 to 15?
No.
I'm just kidding.
8 to 10 year olds.
Oh, that's cute.
So, you know, it's very much a learning basketball league. A lot of kids who've never played before and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great time.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. That's always a win.
It's good stuff.
So who actually won?
We did. We definitely dunked.
Yeah.
We definitely dunked on somebody.
Yeah, I figured. That was the case. I appreciate you being nice to them, but they're not listening in. Let's be honest.
My favorite part actually the entire day is I've got a little girl on the team. And she's all of 3'11", and she's got Curry handles on her.
Oh yeah.
And she's just running around at 100 miles an hour, crossing people over. It's just a joy to watch. I have fun. But you know me, my thing is all about the kids in general. So
that it is. That's one of the many things that I love about Mr. Ryan George. What's up, Terry? How you doing? How about Johnny Lee in the chat? What's up, Johnny? Hope you're doing well, brother.
Lee. The celebrity steps into the chat. Got to up the game now.
Speaking of celebrity, look at Franny over there on just the other side of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Francisco. Sorry, I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater jersey, and it's about Christmas time, so that's what I'm going to go with. Big darts from Matt. And this one is looking close. 21 score difference. It is a 4-bowl to 3-bowl race in a last leg decider. No pressure at all, huh?
Apparently a little bit there for Billiam, a.k.a. Will.
Yeah, Will threw really well in the last leg on the Bulls, but Corey's going to get a look, and Corey gets it done. Corey Luke will defeat the team from Arizona. Mike Scarborough gives us a little wave, and we were wrong on the scoreline prediction, that is for sure, as we will head on over to the king seat of Division 1, and look at that hair. I love it to death.
Wait a minute, that's Millar's home base.
No, is it?
Yeah, that's the Eagles.
We're at the Eagles?
Yes.
Oh.
Because that gentleman right there with the long hair, I played with him when we went up there and did our little outreach program day where we were setting people up with darts and stuff. Heck of a shot.
There you go. That is Andy Zamora, Derek Howard, and Jason Topinski, as they are taking on the team from Wisconsin. That's John Pilgrim, Scuba Steve, and Jamie Arcan. So that's going to be a heck of a battle here. It's a 1-0 score line for Jamie, John, and Scuba.
Scuba in the building. Look at that go. Yeah, that's Jason Topsky. Yeah. We would be in Michigan and on the top half of the screen. Love that.
Andy looks like he should be the lead singer of Shadows Fall.
Fair. I like that last start bid.
Jason almost gave me a boomer, but it's going to have to wait.
Does it come with a 401k?
If it does, then that's even better.
Even better.
Josh Seward also in the chat, the other half of the Lost Boys.
Why does it look like Scuba and them are playing in a Spanish monastery and they're halfway outdoors right now?
Hey, we do not question Wisconsinites and their league play.
Hey, I'm here
locations.
for it.
Actually, I'm surprised they're not playing at Black Saddle. They might be at Black Saddle.
No, they are not. So actually, Scuba messaged me asking if they should go over to Black Saddle real quick. This is another popular bar in their area. Derek Howard, gentleman on there, I did get a chance to commentate about him when I was over in Kalamazoo. And let me tell you, that gentleman is as laid back as his hair would make you believe. And he's just like, I'm here to have a good time, maybe win a match or two, and watch Ohio State football. And that's all he said to me. He's a really funny guy.
That's amazing. Guys, thank you for tuning in with us. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Sean Green, Ryan George, both in Indiana at the same time, although pretty far away from each other.
Yeah, I mean, you actually moved closer to me, theoretically. So
that's true.
Yeah, and just for confirmation, Kurt Wesolowski letting us know in there that the bar that they're in used to be a Taco Bell. So there's just old open Spanish monastery behind.
Do they still have Taco Bell food? Because if it did, that would be beautiful. I would take that
Taco Bell with dartboards would be one of the best things you could ask for. People never leave.
The Whiskey Barrel Saloon is where they're playing out of. And what's up, Chris, from the Yenza town of Pittsburgh, PA? Here is Jason Topsky. Hit a 7 mark last time up. They are heading points. Going to look like they're going to close it down there on the 18s. See how aggressive he's going to be. Real aggressive. Back to the points on Dart 3. Big darts, as you see his teammates really excited about that. Rich Sturbins, Division 2 CSC Challenger Series champion in the chat. What's up, brother?
Nate Hicks saying, hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Nate? How you doing,
I owe
brother?
Nate a genuine apology the next time I see him.
A genuine one? Isn't that all your apologies?
A genuine one.
Do you give disingenuous apologies?
I probably have at least once in my life. Can't say I never have.
That's fair. Derek setting it up nicely for his partners, but here's Scuba. You don't want to get past Scuba here. He might actually take this out and win. He's not going to, but he has the game to do stuff like that. It's weird seeing Scuba just on the bottom screen.
That is different. Yeah, that's definitely.
All right, Andy. 1 bowl needed. That's a tough first start.
I'll say that might be real awkward real fast.
And I'm telling you right now, that's a good smart dart. That's a smart dart. I'm okay with that.
It adds a bowl.
Actually, did it? I don't think it did. It did not. It was not a smart dart.
Oh, okay.
But that's all right. I thought it was.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jamie Arcane gets a really good score in there. But Jason's been the best player on this team from Michigan. Let's see if he can continue that here. Oh, boy. That's a tough first start for him, too. Oh, no. That's what I mean by that being a tough dart. It grabbed it and shoved it upwards. And he's got John Pilgrim following him. Yeah, John Pilgrim's going to make this a 2-0 lead for Jamie, John, and Steve. The beautiful thing for Andy, Derek, and Jason is that it is a race to 4 here in the king seat. It's also a 3-loss bracket, so they got plenty of time left, as you see. Derek's really chill, but he was not happy to lose that leg there.
Well, they had it right down there all the way to the end. They had it till they didn't have it. And the wheels kind of fell off.
Did you see that average from Jason? He threw a 0 mark in the last leg, right? And he still averaged a 5.33.
Yoo!
In triples.
And my name just keeps sliding down that power ranking list.
All right. Jason stepping up here. Yeah, so about 45 minutes before the stream started, I went to go get my food from the front door for my wife and I, because DoorDash. And
because your kitchen's broke.
No, it's not broke. It's just the food. We just wanted DoorDash. And sitting there as well was my brand new computer chair that is what I'm sitting in right now. But it was supposed to come on the 20th to the 21st, and it was a pleasant surprise sitting on my porch. And I was like, ooh, I stream in about 45 minutes. I'm going to see if I can put it together in that amount of time. And I totally did, which I was so impressed with. And then the stupid computer wouldn't allow me to enjoy it. Stupid computer.
I blame you. I blame your lightsaber.
Which lightsaber? The one that's throwing the fire? That's on a completely separate plug and everything. That one doesn't even connect to the computer.
I'm still blaming that.
All of the lights that are in this room, fun fact, do not connect to the computer. That includes both key lights and that bad boy back there.
I think the boys might have taken this last leg personally here because they are out for it.
Moved over to the 18s, gets one of them. I don't know. This is a very stacked Division 1 team with Jamie, John, and Scuba.
Oh, yeah.
With Jamie being the worst player on the team, and at least as maybe not the worst player, I am going to take that back real quick because I don't know very much about Jamie. But I do know John and Scuba very well, so that's why I'm assuming that. Hey, Sarah. Hope you're doing well.
I don't even think it's safe to say he's the worst player on the team versus he just might be the lowest averages on paper.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah. All right, fine. You said it better.
Yeah. You're the English
big darts. What an 8 mark from Jason. And that included a Maloney double that we all love to hate.
Correct. 100%. Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Man, you're starting to already say our lingo words and stuff like that. You're already in. 100%.
I mean, just every like Wednesday or Thursday when you come close to a Saturday, just remind Nick of that. Just send him a quick message and go, so, hey, Nick, Ryan already knows the lingo and everything, so.
Well, it's only if Will decides not to show up last minute again.
Well, I mean, well, if you want to plan ahead to not show up last minute, let me know.
Yeah, I was almost worried because you're a busybody, right? And we kind of had to tell you a little bit late to see if you wanted to do this. I'm happy that you were available.
Yeah, I mean, you actually, in the chaos that ensued getting a hold of me, it actually worked out because, like I said, I'd been home for maybe 20 minutes and just settled in a little bit and was starting to plan out the rest of the day. And that's when my phone rang. And I was like, Orlando, what?
Now, you always want to accept those Orlando phone calls.
I will. Well, I don't have to worry about accepting it from Orlando now because now it says the Nick Teixeira. So,
As it should. Yeah.
but yeah, so I didn't answer when it called in. I actually pushed it to voicemail.
As I do every time Nick calls.
And then he followed it up with a text, and I was like, "Wait, call him back." So I did, and here we are.
Well, I'm happy to have you here, buddy. I wouldn't want to spend this Saturday virtually with anyone else.
I am so unbelievably excited to be here. Like, I'm kind of kid in a candy store right now, and Kat and I planned and schemed, and I hopped on the computer and ordered stuff from pickup from Best Buy, and inside of an hour, and she ran over there and grabbed it, and we put it together, and here we are.
Well, you threw it together very quickly, about as quickly as I threw together my chair. So that's impressive. We'll take that.
Yeah, I'm well, I mean, I leaned on Nick's wisdom, and
As did I, and look what it got me.
Well, it got you a bad USB port, apparently.
Well, that wasn't really his fault.
No, not at all. But you know,
Is there anyone that knows a dock that works with a computer? That would be great instead of a laptop. Sorry if you heard that. That was I did an old person thing where I had the. Danny, did you just say my second favorite commentator? Is that behind yourself? Because that I think that's exactly what he means.
so then his third favorite.
No, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what. Yeah, he said, "Duh."
So I'm pretty sure Danny likes Danny Baggish, then he likes the Gambler, and then he likes Sean Green. So
That's true. That's true. Those are different personas.
absolutely. Sarah Bear and Mr. Mike Hagenow saying hello in the chat. Paul Rogers chiming in.
What's up, Paul? Hope you're doing well in Rockford, Illinois, on this beautiful, beautiful day.
Home of Arachnid.
And the peaches.
Fair.
No. The Rockford peaches.
Oh, come on, Nick. Pick up the reference. And he's too young. We found a generational gap.
Danny, I'll take all that.
Unky Ray Ray in full effect. He got a little Dex watching. Jakob's holding his brand new boy, who's working on already not being so brand new, but he's still adorable. Gets that from his mother.
Well, obviously.
Obviously, I mean, you've seen that mullet. So Andy.
Yeah. Leg number 4 here, race to 4, 2-1 lead for Jamie, John, and Steve, and they have a bit of an advantage here before John even throws a dart. Now it's a bigger advantage. Great 7 mark from John. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's John Pilgrim for you.
Yeah. John will lovingly hurt your feelings every single time.
But he's so nice about it, too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's like the nicest guy in the world to just whoop on you.
Great darts. Smooth 7 mark from Jason. He knows it's not enough, and that's what is annoying him in this moment. And that's just because he has Scuba Steve coming up that's going to close the 16s, 15s, maybe hit a bowl.
Oh.
Nah. Well, disappoints me again, like always, but he'll close out the 15s and add 15 points.
Oh, come on now.
There it is. Scuba Steve, damn you! Nate, I know that the next thing that To The Point Streaming is streaming is that was weird. Schaefer City. Schaefer City in January.
Oh, you guys are doing Schaefer City?
We are. Yep.
Very cool.
What weekend is that, by the way?
I do believe it's the same weekend as Mata, which is the 4th through. Whatever.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that's good. I have a busy January already.
You have a busy everything Captain Celebrity here.
Well, not really. My December is pretty free, except for Mondays.
Book writing, TV set premieres. You know,
I'm not on TV yet.
Father,
movies,
husband,
just movies.
Just movies. Oh, I'm sorry. Just movies, Nick. Just movies.
It's a 3-1 lead here for Jamie, John, and Steve, as Andy, Derek, and Jason have to win 3 on the trot to win this king seat in Division 1 of All-Star Triples.
Yep, Brian Drew, January 5th through 7th, bud.
There you go. Thanks, Brian.
Yep. I think Mata's the 4th through the 7th, so.
John Pilgrim is in the chat as he's throwing a dart. He literally is. That's why he's late to the board right now, is because he had to say, "What's up?"
The man can do it all.
Paul, that's a good point. Then he throws a 7 mark after saying hi in the chat. He knows how to do it.
Yeah, whenever I go to YouTube now, it basically just says, "Do you just want to watch whatever Sean Green's doing next?" Yes. That's why I'm here.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, we're not searching for Will. I mean, come on. I mean, we are searching for Will, but not on YouTube. So.
Oh boy, it's true. All right, I'm gonna stop saying whatever Nick's saying in the background because it is not a pro for this stream.
You just have a stroke.
No, I said it's not a pro for the stream.
Maybe it's an echo. I don't know that.
Oh man, is my no, I'm just kidding. I'm here. Scuba looking at the 18s to try and only gets 3 of them. That's a gift.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is the gift makes Andy either close both numbers and stay right there, or is it going to move to the 17s?
Well, but now you hope and pray for the trip. Best case scenario.
Yeah, that'll work. Hands down, that'll work.
Yeah. That'll hunt.
Big darts. John, the next best thing is to also listen to us while you're playing.
No,
if you can do all that and chat, then that's a win-win.
Don't do that.
Mike Maloney does that.
Ask Bill Vollmer how that went for him when I found out he had me live in his ears while he was at the board throwing. I lived rent-free in that boy's head for 40 minutes.
And that's not even nice because he wears that Boom Goes to Wisconsinite jersey all the time.
I don't know. He's one of your many, many biggest fans.
Oh, Jason with a big 6 mark. They are trying single-handedly to stay in this match. Pilgrim looking for a 9 mark.
Not
going to get it.
Paul Rogers looking for all the brownie points he could ever possibly try to achieve. And I'm here for it.
Pilgrim doesn't even get the point lead, so Derek's going to get 3 darts here at the 15s. Oh, he only needed 1. This is where I might go back to points with only a 6-point lead. He did.
Oh yeah, he's got a memory of that that scenario that Leggett fell apart on the bowl, so he's gonna make sure they've got a little bit of a cushion to go with. Scuba though, making life look interesting.
Yeah, 4 bowls. That's what he does. Let's see what Andy does. It's a 49-point lead. The smart dart for the first dart is 17s. And then after that, you can go bowl. Or you can just destroy the points all day long, and that works too.
I mean, keeps them off the loss column if they can stay ahead in points. So. Man, making the Bulls rain still. Jason looks like he's here to throw darts, and then he's going to set up a sound stage immediately following that.
Hey, I'm all for it.
For a major concert group of some kind, a major band's rolling through.
I'm surprised he went back there. Now he's going to stay there for another triple 17.
Wow.
He's basically telling John Pilgrim, you got to close the 17s at some point, buddy, or else we're just going to keep doing this. Jacob, love you, buddy. Good luck with the baby and feeding the baby.
And it's like John heard you. He said, okay.
And he does.
Yeah, cleaned up 17 and found 2 bowls. So, almost a 100-point game. Derek needs 2.
There's one of them, and that's a good lay for another dart to be right on top of that. There it is. Derek Howard makes it a 3-2 scoreline. The best news is that they only have to break the throw once here to take us to a last leg decider. If they end up with the throw in the first, or if they end up winning the diddle.
Perfect.
All right, so this is 15 teams here in Division 1. Their averages combined NPR is at 11.399 to a 12.000. That's the top of the bracket. Based on how both these guys have played, I'm going to say that's probably about where they all kind of lay, is kind of at the top there.
Mm-hmm.
Scuba's got to be around a 4.8 or so. John's probably a 4.5. So that means Jamie's got to be whatever math is left over there.
Whatever numbers happen to be left. All right. So, John, Jamie, and Scuba taking the 20s, but not pointing on the 20s here to start the leg. He's going to force Jason down, but now he could always look up.
He hits it
right back down.
Oh.
It almost worked all the way.
We almost had our first one of the stream.
I almost feel like
Scuba wants it.
Avoiding it.
Scuba wants it.
That's fair.
Oh, he's not going to get it. Nobody wants it tonight. What's the heck's going on?
The universe knows I'm here.
I know who that good-looking guy is.
No.
This is Derek.
Senior Chatterbox.
Close talker extraordinaire.
Dude, breath sounds are real.
Man, Jamie threw those 3 darts quick.
Quick and efficient, though. Got him on the board and got him ahead, but conceding all the way to the 17s and giving them the opportunity to pinch 19 to 18 as well.
Do you see how John Pilgrim's actually listening to us?
Oh, yeah.
My bad, John. I didn't know you were going first for your team. John's like a 4.9. Scuba's like a 4.8. And that means Jamie better be like a 2.1 or else they're cheating.
Well, so how the story happened.
Big 7 mark from John Pilgrim. He says 4.5 that.
I mean, basically what we need to do is just look to Nick because, he's in Florida, so that's the patron state of recount. So
that's true, but we don't have any Chads here.
It'd be even better if we did. I'll tell you what, Jason Topsky is just trying.
He's good.
With everything he has to make sure. But Scuba doing scuba things.
Devin asking a good question. Soft tip dartboard you guys recommend for buying at home? I'm always going to recommend the Grand board. First and foremost, as a home board, it's just the capabilities that it has is that you'll see at your local pub or local establishment that you're playing darts out of. Big darts from Derek with the online capabilities and all that. Plus, there's some great streams that happen on the grand board. And it holds up really well.
It does. And if you want to get in at a value, you can do the grand board dash. It's a little cheaper and a little plainer, but it does the same thing. Save you a few bills if you're looking for a value buy. There's options everywhere. Well, these boys are making a case on the 16s.
Oh.
Okay.
Here. Oh, he went for it just below, but he liked the dart.
I'm going to tell you what. I like.
Mark.
I'm loving Andy's pace, the way he goes about the board.
Mm-hmm.
He takes his time. There's no rapid fire. There's no crazy. He just takes his time, step by step, bit by bit.
John, I think he might be looking at the 16s. He's thinking about it. He stepped over to that side. Yeah, I think it was because the 17 was kind of blocked there. I kind of would have liked either the 16s or maybe even gone to the 15s on that third dart if he was that blocked.
I think I'd have liked the 15s on that, but I get what you're saying with the 16s with the shot to close. But the pressure from the 15 in my mind is what starts to, put the pressure on them just to kind of, like, all right, you got one place to live now. So now, Scuba with a bit of a opportunity here.
What's up, Murph? How you doing? Oh, never mind. You played with Dominic today. You're doing terrible. Sorry about that, Murph.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, Derek.
They're in the super losers bracket. Yep. I know how that's played. The best thing is that I absolutely love Dominic Teixeira too. He's one of my favorite people, and that's why I'm just able to make fun of him all the time.
Is that how that works?
Well, it makes him feel better about it.
I mean, that's fair.
The problem is when you make fun of him, somehow I get in trouble. Like as if I was the one that put the words in your mouth.
Now, listen, the one time where actually Dominic Teixeira is shooting great. Well, then what's happening, Murph? All right, John looking to close the 16s. Bails on it right away. Uh-oh. A 1 mark from the 4.5 average player.
Instead of 1. Oh, we can't take Sean anywhere.
That's why I'm at home.
That's fair. Me too.
Great first start. Jason's going to look at the 17s. Gets those closed. What a dart back at the 16s. An 8 mark from Jason Topsky. And they're trying to take this to a last leg decider.
Meredith saying, everybody else is just throwing 8s and stuff.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Big darts from Scuba. Gets the point lead back by 1 point. But the door is wide open for Derek to walk right through it.
Ruh-roh.
That'll work.
So
he's looking, isn't he?
Might as well. I'd stay.
Yeah, I like the lie of that
dart.
dart.
They got 2 marks on it. Stay.
Yeah, Steve Hennings can do that, though. I'm just kidding. That's a ridiculous average. But that's one game. What else happened? Just messing with you, Murph.
Just keep pouring the salt on that wound there, bud.
That's what I'm here for. All right, Jamie, stepping up here.
Neat.
Oh,
wow. Threw that third dart fast.
He's throwing his darts fast. There was nothing I think overly quick about that compared to what he normally does. But I definitely understand what you're saying. There goes those 15s. Andy going right back to points. And we're getting closer to a last leg decider.
And honestly, if I'm John Pilgrim, I might stab that 16 first. Especially after that.
Oh, look at this.
Especially after that.
Oh, he tried to. Only gets a 1 mark. Now, if you're Jason, do you trust your skill and just go for it? I think you have to.
I think you have to, and I think you throw at the bull until you miss. Throw the first dart and miss, then you're going points. I'd be going points.
And he is. Third dart needs to be a triple or a double to count as anything, and it's not. It's a 71-point lead. But that's what I meant about that last dart. It didn't add another extra bowl to it. And Scuba, ooh, missed the first dart because I wasn't looking at the screen because I thought he had a shot for the win there on dart 3.
So Derek is hat trick or 3 bowls, however you want to phrase it, for the victory here.
He's not going to. Oh, that's a good pressure shot. But it's on Jamie.
So either that's pressure or that's heartbreak for them because. Oh no!
Double bowl needed and not hit. So Andy, 1 bowl from sending us to a last leg decider.
He's acted like he's as cool as the other side of the pillow all day long so far. Let's see if he still got it.
He does. Let's go to a last leg decider.
Wow. Impressive.
Look at those averages. All 4s. Jamie a little bit lower than that, but that's all right. Let's go to a last leg decider.
Paul Rogers, my other lady just said hi. We'll tell Jennifer I said hello. So what? We'll do one game of countdown technically.
Yep, it's we call it we play count up or whatever. 3 darts.
Okay.
Best score wins.
Love it. Love it. Here for it.
And it looks
Enjoying
like
it.
Oh, look at that. Brian Henry, the man, the myth, the button pusher, just walked behind the scenes.
No, Brian Henry. How we love you. We keep waiting for.
I like it.
They're
slow playing. They're slow playing the Wisconsinites.
I don't know. The Wisconsinites aren't at the board at all. From what I can see on their camera, anyway.
And he says 1.
Oh, there's Scuba.
Brian Henry, instead of button pushing, just throwing up the fingers to let them know what's going on here. So here we go. John Pilgrim's going to be the one that's diddling up. If it's a tie score, it goes to the second player. Oh.
Ooh. Only 43 from Mr. Pilgrim. All right. So Jason and company will get the start in the last leg decider.
Yes, they will. So here we go. Will it be the Wisconsinites or will it be the Motor City?
The Michiganders, the people from the mitten.
Just makes him sound like geese.
That's fair.
And female geese at that.
That's fair.
I don't know.
My favorite. I can't lie to you. My favorite part of this experience thus far is the glances down to see Nick's reaction to things as we say them or they happen. It's half the entertainment value for me right now.
It's honestly how I know if I'm hitting or missing on my sayings.
That's fair.
Don't use me as your bar though, because you say some things that make me laugh that most people are like, what are they laughing about anymore? I'm not the bar. Don't mind me. I'm just the guy behind the curtain.
You're right. It's usually Will that I look at.
Yeah.
You told me to be honest, so I'm going to be honest. What? Jennifer, I love you too. Very much. I find that ridiculous that Paul said that.
That is
all right.
A little candid. All right. So Derek looking to get them back into the action here after Mr. Pilgrim went nuts on the 19s.
If there are people that are watching along at this match and you don't understand how dreads work, he has to have had grown out that hair for about 15, 18 years, I would say, for it to be the length that he's able to dread it.
So when we did our Cosmo deal up there in Michigan, I did ask him because Kenny and I were standing there talking to him, and I cannot remember how long he told me, but it was a big number.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has to be.
You can't question the man's commitment because that's time, effort, and dedication, and it has to feel like you're just carrying a lot of weight.
Like, I'm sure it does. If he took out those dreads,
he'd be able to dunk. It's like his own weight resistance training.
No, he would step on his hair. Like that's how much longer his hair would be.
Yeah.
And that was your beauty one-on-one from Sean and Ryan as we head back to this last late decider. Beauty break. That's what we'll call that.
There you go. From Beauty and the Beast, I'll let you pick who's who, Nick.
We all know.
I do too. It's okay.
I'm the candle guy.
So Jason and company staying ahead here. We got ourselves a battle of the 19s and 20s. And I have a feeling if we were going to see a 1,000-point race, it's probably going to be this leg right here.
Yeah, if it stays like this, it will be. Brian Henry is doing a little diddle in the back there. I don't know if you saw that. I want to give a huge shout out to one of my partners for To The Point Streaming, Jason Ives. His dance skills. I don't know anyone that saw that today. I apologize to anyone who had to witness that with your eyes. However, it is our new segment on the show, The Siege. Jason's Dance 101, where he will teach us those skills.
And your viewership just dropped by half.
Not here, though. For the
no, not here. Not here. No. If he asked me to do any dancing on Saturday, it's all over for me.
Yeah, it's amazing that we have a great group coming in to help with that show. With and that it's not going to lose any of its value really with you coming in to do commentary with. Oh, never mind. Rosner's coming in.
Yeah, we lost a chalker and replaced it with Rosner.
Yeah, they might as well just
do it themselves.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
I would just like to give little insight in the background. I'm watching some matches, and I was watching the Don Kirby and Marcy Kirby and James Edwards match in the background, and it went to a last late decider where Don averaged a 6.15 after both games, and James averaged a 4.4, and Marcy averaged a 2.2, and there was a bull race at the end, or 2.8, I think. I'm sorry, and it was a bull race at the end. That's the level of standard that is going on in these different brackets here.
Wow.
And that's Division 2. That's not even Division 1.
Who won? Wow.
Your indie team did pull it out in the tiebreaker there, so they're still fighting in the middle bracket.
Let's go. That's Cricket 01 Cricket. Is that middle bracket? We haven't seen that one yet.
He tried to Gerwin Price's dart.
All right, Scuba.
Might be one of the softer rounds we've seen from Derek, giving Scuba all the opportunity in the world here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Scuba walks right through the door, even with those flippers on. 7 mark from Steve, and they got a 4 wedge advantage. And Andy, that second dart is so tough to get around on the 16s. Yeah, and you see it knock it right to the inside.
Mm-hmm. So, Jamie just needs, really 3 singles. Any more than that's kosher.
Yeah, that's a big round from Jamie.
Yep.
It looks like the Wisconsinites are going to pull it out at the end of the day. It's hard to beat those guys 3 in a row. I'm actually really impressed with the Michiganders for making it the battle that they have.
Well, they went from being down to forcing the last leg decider. Can't be mad at that at all.
I bet they will be.
Well, nobody's ever going to be happy, but
Yeah, let's look at these averages. John Pilgrim, a 5.18, or about 0.668 more than his normal average. Scuba Steve with a 5.67. Yeah, Jamie threw a 4. So there you go. As we are heading on over to Joey Man and company in South Dakota at the Wooden Nickel.
That is just such a South Dakota name. The Wooden Nickel.
I think you meant Joey Man. I was like, that's weird.
No.
All right, this is going to be Division something.
Perfect. It is one of the divisions playing this weekend.
Yep. It's Division 5. Thanks, Nick. It's about time. Leave me hanging for all that. Where are they at in the bracket on this one? Is this a middle bracket match? Okay, yeah.
We're going to get to see some 01?
We will in leg number 2.
I don't think you understand how much I am excited for that.
I was about to say, those darts disappeared quickly. 7 mark from Joey Man. I don't know. Something about blue hair Nick just isn't as good as pink hair Nick.
How about we just love Nick for Nick?
I do love Nick for Nick.
Okay. Well, then.
Most of the time. Kyle Myers, Brandon Byer, Anthony Moreno playing in Wisconsin, taking on
Nick, just
David, Dustin, and Joey. That doesn't get you invited back.
Well, although I do want to come back, even if I never get to come back, I will still love Nick unconditionally.
Yeah, in worst case scenario, if you don't get invited back, you're in good company with Brandon Neal. I'm just kidding. Love you, Brandon. I actually called him today.
I mean, that's not a terrible place to be because I really like Brandon too. So.
No, he's a great guy. I do want to shout out David Al playing on the What a Nickel team. Of course, you guys see him in the chat all the time. I actually did not even know that Al was short for something. Just assumed that was
me either.
Yeah, when I saw Alma, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that looks like David, but that's not his last name. Kyle Myers, only 2 19s. Joey Mann, a fantastic dart player from South Dakota. Throws a double, though, so we don't like him anymore.
Did you just go Minnesota from South Dakota?
No, South Dakota.
Yeah, but that's so Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it. All right. Okay. Here's Brandon. Here's Brandon. Big darts from Brandon Byer. What a 7 mark.
Decided to go double and he didn't even need it. Look at him go.
I didn't realize David Al was a left-handed person. That weirds me out a little bit.
Why?
Well, you know how it is, Ryan.
I mean, one of your business partners is a lefty.
Both of them.
Oh, yeah, they both are. I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by lefties.
I am. My dad's left-handed, too. Tim Goodwin said, I wish the last match was on stream.
Sean. Maybe you're the one that's wrong.
No, I doubt it.
There's that Sean we know and love, sticking to his guns.
Well, I'm just surrounded by the 10%. That's okay. I'll continue to be a peacock amongst pigeons. That's okay. This is why we don't give Nick a mic most of the time, Ryan, in case you're wondering.
Nick can have whatever he wants.
Tim, I'm not sure what you were trying to say there. Just watched single bowl, double bowl, trip, single. And not sure if I can believe it. Haha. What? That's 5 darts.
He said 5 bowl, double bowl.
Oh.
Those, sorry. So 5s and S's are very similar, Sean, but there is a difference.
They are, and I did not see the 5 bowl.
So the teams went back and forth, 5-5, double bowl, trip, single. Wow.
Woo. All right, that is crazy. I wish that was on stream too. Well, we're going to go ahead and blame Nick, and boom goes the David Al with a 7 mark. I almost had to say it, and I didn't want to. Yeah, I got it, Tim, after it was explained to me by people smarter than myself.
You can hear Sean calling that action now. Single bowl, 5 bowl.
I don't think I've ever said 5 bowl before. I should. It's now part of my repertoire.
Should be a new energy drink. We should patent that right now. 5 bowl energy drink for darts.
It's actually really funny.
Take a 5-hour energy and a Red Bull and mix it together and you get 5 bowl.
Don't do that, everybody who's listening along. You might die. And 88 of you, we don't want to be responsible for that. So disclosure, do not try it at home.
Do not try this at home.
Kyle Myers stepping up here. Gets 4 16s. Getting close to that point lead. But Joey's going to pull it away a little bit. Oh, right back to the 17s. Man, this is Division 5, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the beautiful thing about these PPD All-Star Triples events is that you're going to see Division 1 and they're going to play similar to Division 5. That's because when you think about it, the top half of Division 5 is a 10.087 and Division 1's only a 12. So there's not much difference between 3 players worth of MPRs there. Some days you can put a Division 5 team in Division 1 and they can win the whole thing.
Let's go ahead and stress the importance right now, since a lot of people that are watching maybe are coming off that big CSC stretch for season 5 and the phenomenal finish up that we had. Why this tournament's particularly important, right? I mean, you look at all-star trips, you see decent payouts and stuff like that, but it just looks like a normal trips remote tournament, or normal remote tournament in general, I guess. The thing is, you get so much participation points for your all-star ranking. Getting into the top 500, that not only qualifies you for a bunch of bonus pools and stuff like that, but also staying within the top 1,000 for things like the WCS and the CSC are important as well. And playing in these, they're once a month, is so crucial to holding your spot on the ranking list.
You're absolutely right. And on top of that, the next 4 months are even more important than this November tournament. There's 50 points for each player that plays in this one. The January 20th and the February 17th is 75 points guaranteed for participating. That's just a lot of points when you're talking all-star rank list. It's a good way to quickly raise up that all-star rank list and get you qualified for the CSC and CSI at Tournament of Champions, plus the now women's cricket singles.
And shine some candlelight on another reason why we cover this is when we cover nationals next month and we see somebody that ends up being in the big bonus pool and potentially wins a couple grand, maybe even $10,000 to themselves because they're the only winners in the pool. You'll get to see it. Well, that's how they got the points. And when people ask how they do that, we'll say, oh, tune back into this stream and you can see exactly how they got to that point. They got the points from here.
Yep.
There you go.
And you can get involved yourself by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. If you're not seeing anything in your area, just have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, you can sign up for leagues on the website. And it doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing one league a week will keep you eligible for this event in the future. Again, dartstoc.com to get signed up today. And yes, I memorized that because I can't type anything on my keyboard that doesn't work right now.
Bueno. I'm just excited that all of my leagues and everything now are all counting toward what will hopefully be my first potential TOC next year.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. I'm already sure it's going to be a good time.
Well, Kyle takes out leg number 1 for the Wisconsinites. It's a 1-0 lead for Anthony, Brandon, and Kyle. That was a fantastic leg of darts overall as we head to 701. Open in, open out, full bowl. Paul Rogers, you can qualify for TOC. You can qualify for TOC, and you can also qualify for TOC.
Don't forget TOC,
where you can win a lot of money yourself.
Of course, I mean, jokes aside, those nationals, that's really where you see people. I mean, we saw Johnny 4, which averages a 3-2 win 10K, him and his partner Shannon. And it's literally not, it's a testament to your ability to perform within your level, to have an equal shot of big money. People say, well, what about the little guys? There you go, right? I mean, nationals is a peak example of something like that.
Yeah, you could literally be in Division 29 and win $10,000 yourself.
Yeah. I was looking over it while you guys were out there putting on TOC, and I was looking at the brackets and the breakdown and where some of the friends and people I know local were out there and about, and it's impressive. It's a monster of a machine, but it's impressive.
Well, speaking of a monster of a machine, Meredith McGee Hale, I guess, went up against a buzzsaw herself. Everyone on the team shot a 6 against her, and she's in Division 3. It happens.
Almost sounds like she played against Tim Goodwin with his 9-darter.
There you go. Big hat trick from Anthony Moreno. And the South Dakotan team is
playing at the same place as Scuba and them.
No.
Yes.
No. Scuba and them are in Wisconsin. This is in South Dakota. So, you're saying the other team,
the remote team.
Yes, that is correct.
Sorry, I had my location thoughts backwards, but yes,
that was my bad. My bad.
No, you're good.
I just wanted to say no and disagree with you. Jessica Keller saying, Ryan, great to hear your voice on here.
Oh, Jessica Keller. I like you so much. Actually, I love you very, very much. Just be real. As Nick told me
Oh.
earlier, real respect's real.
David, only 65 points there. He would expect more.
That looks like a James Edward pacing back and forth.
It is. And they're in a last chance bracket, so we might not see that match. Except for right here. Oh, that's right. They're on the one loss side.
Yeah, they're in the middle.
That's my bad. I actually knew that. That was my fault.
They're in the middle. Isn't that a Jimmy Eat World song? In the middle?
Yes, it is.
There you go.
It does take some time. Let it go. Yeah, that one.
Attaboy. Attaboy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I've seen them live in concert.
Attaboy.
They were the undercard for Green Day.
Well done.
Oh, Anthony Moreno. Put it on the counter ×2. Ed Baker, we just mentioned one. Once this match is over, I believe we're heading over to Night Owls, where James Edwards, Don Kirby, and Marcy Kirby are playing. Kat says, you opened up the door for Sean to sing. Thanks.
I mean, it happens, that's what we do.
And then I
Sometimes we
realized
sing,
halfway through
later
that I
on-
didn't know the words.
Later on, we're going to rap. Nick might hop on here and beatbox a little bit. You never know.
No.
Okay, no, I guess not. I'm sorry, I found the line.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea. All right, David Al can definitely take out this 140. Bullseye tops. Not going to do it now, though. Now he's just trying to put a little pressure on the 118. Does that. But he is under the impression, I think those are his last 3 darts.
I mean, yes, 118 can go, but it's not a guarantee.
18.
Oh.
He misses the big
Oh.
number. You don't
Missed.
miss the big number.
Missed the one that mattered the most.
Oh, he missed both big
he's making a
numbers.
mess of it now.
All right, so Dustin Stahl, their third player, steps up here. Oh, that's an interesting start. 15. Oh, no, he misses the big number 2, and you see Joey back there not happy about it. 19s will be the route on dart 3. Yeah, he hits a double, of course.
That one just, yeah.
Anthony Moreno, who just hit back-to-back hat tricks. 3 for bowl for the match. Oh, tops. And he misses it and kicks the dart.
So 9-3 or the 19-3 wire.
No,
Or that.
Joey. You go 15s. You go 15 for 16 there, Joey, and you go outside.
It's
Kyle.
not 15 for 16.
Oh, Joey's not happy.
It's not 31.
20 is needed. And 20 is hit. And unfortunately, the South Dakota team will go to the 2-loss side of the bracket. I'm telling you right now, Joey hits that 19 times out of 20. That's how skilled of a player he is. So that's why the anger's there. And we are going to Night Owls, where James Edwards takes out leg number 1. The Division II CSC Challenger Series runner-up. And he's playing with Don Kirby and Marcy Kirby, husband and wife duo. Don Kirby is going to impress everyone right now. He's the best dart player you've never heard of from Indy. Unless we've talked about him. You can see he's going first, and that includes a team with James Edwards on it. But the Night Owls internet, not the best. Wow, Don only gets a bull on dart 3. And that was just by looking at the board. Taking on Rick Christine. And I should have just waited to say all this. Oh, Chris Watson. I can guarantee you. Well, I can't guarantee that there are bull shooters, and they're not at bull shooters, as I can tell by the floor there. Yeah. Marcy, one of the best female dart players in Indy. Always a tough shot.
And insanely nice.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful people, all three of them. Marcy's going to be looking for at least a low ton here. And you see Don said, shoot the field goal.
I'm going to be working so hard to not pay attention to Don in the background as animated as he is.
Oh, man. Don's talking right now.
Oh, yeah. He's talking to nobody.
No, it's just chewing gum. It just looks like he's talking.
Or that.
There's Chris Watson, the bar darter. Only gets 79 points. So here comes the Don. 1, 2. Put it on the counter. No. That's in the bowl. No, it wasn't. I couldn't see that third dart. It looked like the second dart.
Oh, Sean.
Rick throwing some great darts. Big hat trick from Rick. And that will put them in the lead no matter what James does here.
Tell you what, you've paired up three individuals
Ooh.
with three very unique deliveries, especially with Don and James.
Yeah, Don looks like he doesn't even try to play darts. James really doesn't either when he's throwing well. Christine
That's
Adams
a lot
only a
of
couple
ones.
ones. Well, it leaves a finish. And it's a finish where he can go bull first.
Unless Marcy, says
Triple.
she's gonna start.
Oh, she didn't shoot the triple. I'm
No.
surprised, actually. Yeah, I can definitely see Chris. I believe it is Chris, Lisa, and Danny that are playing there, a couple boards down. And Chris Watson leaves it very handy for his partner. And all Don can do is
Drive.
throw a hat trick, maybe have some fun on dart 3. Look at that. The easiest hat trick you'll ever see in your life from Don Kirby. He should just throw like that.
I don't know that I could not try. I don't know if I could try that hard not to try.
He doesn't try to try that hard or try not to. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Anyway, hey, let's go to a count up. You broke me, Ryan. You broke me.
Oh, come on now.
Look at this from Don. Only a 140.
That's a tough act to follow.
If there's a guy in Division 2 you want to try it, though, it's Chris Watson.
That's fair.
Needs 2 trebles. There's one of them. Oh, and he just drags it over. So it'll be the team from Mindy. Don, James, and Marcy going first here in this last leg decider. It will be cricket. Thanks, Paul. That's what I meant to say. If I was typing out, I would have definitely erased what I originally put and typed in something similar to that, but that was eloquently typed by PR. I always like to tell the story. The first time I met Don Kirby, he subbed for my partner OB in a Masters Level B, Level C Game Time League. I did not know him at all, and he threw above a 5 in a triples league while talking to me the entire time about nothing related to darts. I have loved him ever since. James looking down. Ooh. Well, that's right in the fat of the treble 20, though. At least he has that to fall back on. Rick Scherbing has been a absolutely fantastic second player on this team. And you see it there, another 6 mark from him. And in triples, it really does come down to the second player, the third player, right? Who's going to play the best on the team in that regard? Marcy is not grouping it as well as she typically does. Ed Baker asking a good question. Who's the better talker, Sean or Don? I'm going to say Don, hands down, because if there's not a microphone in front of my face, I don't talk very much. And Don does not need a microphone. This will work from Christine, too. Big dart from Christine Adams, including the drive-by on dart 3, but that'll work. If you're going to miss by 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Splash that water. Go splashy splash in the pool.
You see Don switch to the 18s on dart 3. Just open up another wedge there. Chris is probably going to try and close. Yeah.
That's so much pressure.
It's an easy switch for Chris if he hits the first treble 20. He doesn't. So he switches down to the 19s. Ooh, and he tried to take out another wedge there on the 17s. That's an interesting move. James is going to point a lot of 20s. Ideally. Get 6 of them.
That's still plenty. I mean, it's not a huge point lead, but that's, mission accomplished.
Rick's just been throwing so well.
Both of them fighting 2 wedges here.
Big 7 mark from Chris. Or from Rick, sorry.
Almost expected a 17 try maybe on that last start to make it 3 wedges. But
Marcy gets 2 20s. Not quite what we're looking for out of her, but it'll do. Puts a little bit of pressure on Christine, who's going to the 17s. Gets that closed. Big darts from Christine Adams. She's throwing very well on this leg. Don's looking at her sideways.
Don's kind of like, what are we doing here? Well, the answer is pinching the board.
Great. Switch to the 18s from Don Kirby.
Yeah. Don putting up all kinds of a good fight here. Chris.
Well, just barely gets the point lead. So a little bit of a door opening here for James to kind of run ahead in points. Yep, he's going to stay there for all of them because it's 3 wedges that he would have to close.
And I get that. But at the same time, though, I'm thinking if I trip the first dart, eventually they're going to have to try to get rid of some of them. I know you can't get rid of all 3, obviously, but if you don't concede to trying to get rid of some of them, you may find yourself in a pickle here unless you can keep the pressure on that heavy. But
this might be where you tell Marcy to take the first dart of the 19s.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's looking up. She's going to stay there. I like it. Only gets 2 again. Marcy averages probably about a 2.75 in league, something like that.
I had to play against her somewhere. I was somewhere and I played against her, and she shot really, really well.
Yeah, I mean,
really impressed. And she was, like I said before, really, really nice the whole time. Fun to talk to, fun to be around.
Well, Christine has herself an open leg there, and Don might try to take all 3. He might still try to take the 19s away. Yeah. Does take away the 19s, but that's the bare minimum. That's a tough first start from Chris. Does find it. Okay. See, all three of the Indy players were huddled up there for a second.
I wouldn't be surprised if James is playing the strong silent type and then Don's doing enough talking for everybody, but they're actually talking about their thought process of what's going to come or happen next. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know.
They
all know each other well. They're communicating for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, him and Don and Marcy better be able to communicate well.
Well, right? that or not at all.
Yeah. No, I asked her once, does Don talk like this at home? She goes, yes, he doesn't shut up. So Marcy is nicknamed the Saint by me. Marcy the Saint Kirby. That second dart, I think she felt like she got robbed on. Devin making a great point in the chat. It's uncommon to find someone who throws darts that isn't nice, something that's been great about the whole dart community. And you're right. That's 99% of people are going to be extremely nice, extremely laid back, and it's a beautiful thing about the community. And then you run into people like Nick in the 1%.
Oh, be nice to Nick.
Ever since my puppy kicking comment, which some people took, ever since that, things haven't been the same.
Yeah.
Nick, you don't kick puppies. Don't tell me you kick puppies.
That's what
Nick.
we decided. All right. Garrett Rakowski and I had a heart-to-heart in Plover. We figured it out. He helped guide me in the right direction, and we're good.
Well, I mean, if there's anybody that's going to guide you, Garrett Rakowski is a great choice.
Is it lagging for everyone, or is it just my screen?
No, I was getting ready to literally ask the exact same question.
As long as it's not just my screen, I'm fine with it.
I feel like I'm watching AOL dial-up.
This is our last leg decider. I knew when it flashed on the screen that it was going to be a big round from Rick.
Dynamite drop in there, bud.
Marcy has crazy eights there on the scoreboard. We got bad news, folks. It looks like the whole bar's internet is kind of just letting us down here. So, whoop, we're going to head on over to this one, which is also a last leg decider.
From the boys from Michigan.
Yep.
Playing Dustin, Josh, and
Nate.
Yeah,
this is a Wisconsin team as well. Josh Lacey, Nate Lacey, and Dustin Larson. Taking on the team of Andy, Derek, and Jason.
Ryan back there dancing a jig.
Well, when Brian doesn't have button pushing duties, he's going to have to do something.
That's fair.
Big dart there from Andy. What a great round in the last leg decider. You can see the roar from Andy Zamora. He's trying to guarantee third place here.
Love that.
Nate Lacey, another great dart player from Wisconsin. It's hard not to find any of them. They're everywhere. The old story is that there's every time a person from Wisconsin is born, a baby from Wisconsin is born, they're born with a beer in one hand and darts in the other.
Was that how that story goes?
It's the urban legend.
Gotcha.
Marcy Kirby, it's a game winner in that last leg decider to win it for the team from Indy. You love to see things like that. And you also love to hear about things like that. Derek Howard. So there's 115. He is 3 bowls from sending us to an ad break. Oh, just on the outside. Josh cannot.
Can't
do
win
enough
it,
to
but
win
he
it
can
there.
make it look interesting.
Yep. It is interesting now. But it's Andy stepping up, and AZ has been great today. Does the old soldier finger lick. It's a double bowl and dart 1. And there it is. Andy Zamora throwing fantastic. A 5.25.
Lord
from
mercy.
AZ.
Put him on the back and go.
So there you go. And that will take us to a little bit of an ad break for the first time on stream today. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Sean Green, Ryan, George, and Nick DeShera in the background. We will be right back. Heather, no, the team from Indy won.
With 8 flight, it is nearly impossible for the flight to come off. It won't break, tear, crack, or bend out of shape in the long run because it's just soft and flexible enough. On top of the amazing material itself, the edges are reinforced along the wings to provide extra protection from tight groupings. But remember, aesthetically, cosmetically, it's not going to look pretty. Yes, you will see some fraying and scratching, like many others out there, but it will hold up, it'll take a beating, and continue to take a beating. In conclusion, after weeks of play, this isn't 100% beautiful, but it's functional, and I'm personally ranking it top 2 out of all systems for durability. The thread system is truly innovative, the flight can't come off, and that's plenty enough reason to give it a try. Get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're A2ZDarts.com, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com. Introducing the classic standard Blade 6. The dual core version, same as the lineup from the Blade 5. However, Winmore's come out with an entirely new model called the triple core. So the triple core is essentially the dual core dartboard with an added third layer of carbon fiber sisal in the back, creating literally the ultimate setup for durability. So not only are you paying for an even better longevity of the dartboard, but also enhanced graphics and functionality. All 3 dartboards have a hardened double bullseye and 25 segment to help with durability. So listen up, Americans, we need this because of our obsession with cricket. The most common problems we have with sisal dartboards is the bullseye segment wearing out or some issue with a wire. So let's just say we're not known for wearing out our doubles. All 3 dartboards come fitted with the 3 Rotolock wheels to help stabilize the board to any wall surface. But the adjustable wheels make your life so much easier because they allow you to rotate your board super quick and easy. You just loosen them, rotate, then tighten them again, then of course fix your numbering.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
How to use a Corona light on a soft tip electronic dartboard using a Target Corona conversion kit. This kit comes with 4 identical pieces here. Very, very simple. The very bottom has 4 prongs that actually insert into the outer ring of the board. The other backside has a magnetic piece there that goes and connects against the magnetic feet of the Corona light. So full disclosure for this kit, it's not compatible with all electronic dartboards out there. We've tested everyone in the store. It does not work with the Target Nexus or other boards similar to that shell, and it doesn't work with the Grand Practice 13-inch board. However, it's compatible with the Grand versions 1, 2, 3, 3S, and the Grand Dash, as well as the Darts Live 100S and 200S. And that is it. You guys ready? Turn this bad boy on. Voila, that is it. Very, very easy to do, super affordable with the Target Corona conversion kit.
All right, guys, we're back for All-Star Weekend, and we are back for the 3rd, 4th place match. This is Jed Neal throwing right here. Division 2 of All-Star Triples. They're taking on the team from Indy, Don Kirby, James Edwards, and Marcy Kirby. And the Don only gets one bowl. It looks like they are going to be fine going to leg number 2, which is 701. As Patrick Rolfling is stepping up here. And as soon as we head back to the stream, the camera's doing some weird stuff. No, it's fine. It's just how the bottom thing was looking. James going to look for the point lead. Does not quite get it. So Darren Schmitz stepping up. Brother of the Rabbit, Kevin Schmitz. So this is the Wisconsinite team of Darren Schmitz, Jed Neal, and Patrick Rolfling.
Marcy cannot win the leg, but she can
Extend it.
extend it for sure.
And give her husband a chance to win the leg if... depending on what Jed does. Or Patrick, sorry. No, it is Jed. I was right.
Yeah, on to Jed.
Oh, that'll work.
That'll hurt feelings.
Decent from Jed, as they do win leg number 1. Let's head to leg number 2, where the Don will start the 701 leg.
Open, open?
Open, open. Open, open, open.
Open,
So
open,
full bowl.
full.
Yep. So here we go. Don Kirby.
I actually really like the choice in the 701 leg, too, versus just the 501 leg.
Well, yeah, for sure for triples. Otherwise, you might not even get to shoot but once, and that's not fun.
Right.
This is our typical tournament style for Indy, is 701 if you're playing triples. It's very rare that you see triples event that's cricket, unless it's designated as that. But here in the PPD, we love our cricket.
I'll say PPD has proven to everyone that they love the cricket. Which I'm here for, because it's created the beautiful things like the CSC. So
big hat trick there from James Edwards. Brother James, as he's known for PPD.
I'd have gone with Friar James, but that's just me.
Oh, that's a good one too. And only 75 points for Patrick, so it looks like Marcy's going to have a chance to run.
Run,
you
baby
see,
girl, go.
One of the beautiful things about Indy, if you're a smoker, is that you can just smoke at Night Owls. As you see Don light up there in the background. Although smoking is bad for you, so take that for what it is.
Do not condone nor encourage.
Yep. And it does have to be tobacco in Indiana.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right, here's Darren. Darren's brother Kevin is a Division I CSE participant in multiple seasons and a fantastic 5.2 plus player. Darren not bad himself. Don with a 108. Megan Green, my beautiful wife, in the chat saying, "Let's go, Indy." Kind of funny. It was when I was frustrated before the stream started with the stupid computer that I'm still frustrated at, that I'm looking at. Every time I look at it, she's like, let's go upstairs, kids. She heard me frantically moving around in here. All right, I threw my headset. Leave me alone. And the bad thing is that wasn't even the thing that wasn't working.
That's fair. Well, you can't throw the port on your computer. You can't really reach in there and throw the port. So
because then I'd be throwing the whole computer, and Tim and Jason would be very upset.
Are you using the TTP computer?
It's the little one, the little guy.
Oh, the little guy. Got it.
Yeah, I like the little guy. It's worked every CSE and all that, and it worked for the first couple weeks of me having all of my setup. But I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'm gonna have to get creative, because apparently it is one port short of success.
Fair enough. I'm going to have to go out and get myself a fancy schmancy boom arm like you and Nick here, so the next time I come around, I can be the super swing cool kid.
Did you go out and buy a Shure? Is that what you got there? Look at this, Don Kirby.
Nicely done. Nick's wisdom led me to a Blue Yeti.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Which, because I said I'll be really honest, make it simple on me, Nick. And he goes, all right, I can do that. And he absolutely delivered. And it was perfect. Best Buy was there for us. Got us everything we needed, and it took we spent more time driving to get it than we did setting it up. It's beautiful.
Trent saying get a hub and plug it in to a working port. I appreciate that information. It's great. James takes out leg number 2. The only problem is I have a hub, and it does not work. So apparently computers don't really work very well with hubs, and you got to be kind of lucky to find one that's going to work with you.
It's a big Nos. I see you in the chat, my guy. I know it's probably going to be a little early to say it to you since you're listening in, but how are your Bengals feeling right now? Because the answer is not good.
Yeah, not good at all. Worse than the Colts, which is saying a lot. This last start is an important one for Jed. And it hits. So it will be the team from Wisconsin going first against Don Kirby, James Edwards, and Marcy Kirby. The winner of this is guaranteed third place. The loser of this guaranteed fourth. So they are both in the money, which is always a win.
Well, that happened.
It sure did.
You sang earlier. I did a little ditty now. It's, you know.
Well, let's talk about... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Well, let's talk about what's coming up here in starting December 11th. That's going to be the WCS Challenger Series for the women. Chrissy Grimmel, Abby Spott, Meredith McGee, Olivia Terry, Lisa Yee, Cheyenne Richards, Hunter Smith, Jamie Nowak, Donna Gagan, Brittany Karst, Alyssa Evans, Stacy Tulloch, Lorraine Mosley, Danny Gass, Heidi Nelson, and Trisha Romero are your qualifiers. That does not mean necessarily that they're going to be participants. They have to agree to and register for, but they are the ones that are able to do that.
I'm going to start a small political bonfire right here and right now. I can honestly say that I might be, if all of those ladies you just listed signed up and registered and jumped in, I might almost be more excited for that than the regular standard CSC.
That's, you know what? That is not an understatement. I think that we are all very excited to see how.
I think it's going to be awesome.
I mean, the list is crazy. We have the elite finale back-to-back champion Hunter Smith, the CSI champion Chrissy Grimmel, the CDI champion Cheyenne Richards, which it is a mixed doubles event. So, and Cheyenne honestly has the best pick of the litter where she currently resides in Florida. So, or in Texas, excuse me.
Oh, so she'll throw with who? Gates?
She gets to pick. She could play with Gates one week, Ram the next week.
Oh, you can switch partners around?
Oh, yeah. Every week, because it doesn't matter about the guys. It only matters about the ladies.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm going to have to watch. Yeah, I'll be watching every minute of this.
I'm interested to see who players like Abby Spott gets.
Where's Abby residing currently?
She's right on the Wisconsin-Minnesota border. So not close enough for like Rick Hensey and them. She's got like Jake Schreiber, I believe, around there.
A little too far from Maloney.
She's got. Oh well,
she's got what about like Scuba and them? We're just talking about.
No, they're the other side of Wisconsin. They're in Green Bay.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I am intrigued.
Trent, it might, but that's kind of the other part of it, right? Is you gotta find those players there. There's Matt Graff in the chat. What's up, brother? Why are you not the favorite of the three of Scuba, John, and you to get into that team? What happened there? I just want to start drama in Wisconsin while I can.
Oh, buddy.
This is a last leg decider here. Darren Schmitz. Great darts from Darren. The 15 here will be huge, and he gets it.
Matt says I'm the best redhead.
You redheaded? I don't think you are. Arizona.
Yeah. So that Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa Yee.
Yeah, she's Arizona, correct?
She is.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm not sure.
Let
me look here. Alyssa Evans, of course.
Of course, yeah. So my interesting one, and not just because I know her and love her, but because she lives in an area where there's a massive talent pool surrounding her, is going to be Olivia
big bowl.
Terry. Huge bowl.
Yes, that will do it. Jed Neal and partners Darren Schmidt and Patrick Rolfing take down the team from Indy. That sends them to the fourth place match, which let's look at the bracket and see how close they are for that one. Ooh, they're waiting for that. So that should be coming up. One leg will be all it will be in the fourth place match. So it's just a last leg decider right away for the team from Indy. as they update the boards and get ready for that. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Alyssa Evans is probably playing with Mike Carter. How interesting would it be if Lisa Yee was like, "Hey Mike, you want to play with me?" and just see what he does. If I'm Mike, I'm smart and I say, "No, I'm gonna throw with Alyssa," because he has to sleep next to her, so you don't want to get stabbed while you're sleeping.
I mean, Lisa's got JC out there.
Yep, you got Mike Scarborough's
out there.
Chris Watson's there.
Alex.
Yeah, and that's is Alex Reyes that you're thinking of?
Yes, Reyes. Yep.
And that's the other part of it is that they do not have to be PPD players either. So say you're in Southern California and you qualify. Well, Chris Lim, there you go,
right up the road.
It's gonna be interesting to see who they pick. And
well, that's why I was saying about Olivia, because Olivia lives in this beautiful little area where she's got Jeremiah Millar an hour one way. She's got, she could reach down into Indiana and grab somebody from down here. She could grab a Lee or whatever.
Well,
so you don't.
That might be a little bit far.
Maybe a little, but
I mean, Randy Fern's right up there near Chicago.
Other side, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's got Kessler right there. She's got all the Ohio boys right there. Man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. Yeah, Fadham's in Arizona too. Yeah, Dave Fadham.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck Pulio is in Arizona, in Phoenix. So another one that has potential. So, I mean, and that's the beautiful, like I said, that's a beautiful thing about this is that, Dan Burke is there for Olivia too.
Yep, right there in Michigan, yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I cannot wait.
There's a ton of talent in Michigan. I mean, tons.
Yes.
So.
All right, well, it looks like we're setting up here. John Bunnell, Paul Hark, and John Fuke taking on Don Kirby, James Edwards, and Marcy Kirby. They're going to shoot for the diddle to start. It's a three dart count up. Best score will go first. As they're going to put in some credits and get going, it looks like. John, and Paul, which is an interesting, almost Beatles-like name, are in Wisconsin, playing for Amusement Devices, Inc., which is an interesting name. And, of course, Just Darts for Don, James, and Marcy. Where if you're in Indiana and in central Indiana, it is the first thing that pops up when you search for dart supplies. And so a lot of players get their first set of darts from Just Darts. I know I did. Don with a 140.
Donnie boy doing Donnie things.
That is the darkest screen I've ever seen for John Bunnell. Ooh, I thought he was going to tie it up. If he would have, I believe it switches to James. Diddling, if I'm not mistaken there. Yep, it would have. So there you go.
Yep.
All right, Don Kirby with the start.
Have you ever seen a diddle count game, whatever you want to call that there, go all three people?
I think we have, yes.
That's awesome. I would be so intrigued to see that.
Oh, yeah.
It's happened to me while playing in the strips as well. And let me tell you, not as awesome feeling. When you're the C player, you don't expect to play the diddle. It rattles every C, every time. Doesn't matter.
That's fair.
It's also because it's split bowl at that point, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. Don starts off with 7 marks on the 20.
So I just wanted to give some clarification as in the background here. I've been looking at our remaining teams, giving us a good idea of what's coming up next, right? I looked at all seasons, right? Because all seasons always does well. When there's a remote stream, all seasons in Washington, just they're doing stuff. And I see my boy Christian, he gets the king seat. I'm like, a message to him, hey, make sure you play on the stream board. Congratulations. And then I look and I see John Hussman's team there. Oh, they're in the king seat for their division. I was like, oh, sorry. And you guys as well. Then I look, and then there's another team with the person named Denny, and they're also in the king seat. So there's 3 different finalists out of the same bar for divisions 9, 16, and 19 out of all seasons. So we'll get whichever one's ready first from that bar later on. They do have a little bit of ways in the bracket. And then after this, we're going to cut to the 3rd place match for Division 1, where we're going to back to the Union Lake Eagles. And we also have the Division 7 finals for Wood and Nickel as well. So lots of finalist teams on our stream today.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Matt Graff's comment.
Wow.
No
Matt,
one asked me to share.
Matt, I thought we were closer, buddy. I'm going to be honest. Brutal.
He's so nice. So like that came out of nowhere. Oh boy, that was great. Matthew just letting us know who's hot in the chat. It's not any of the 6 players playing currently, so that's the best part. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. By the way, the best part of this new chair is definitely the fact that it has a, what's it called? A leg rest. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Matt, this is where you comment no one asked. This is where you're supposed to do it.
That's fair. That is fair. That would have been a lot better timing for that. Other than the information that actually everyone wants to know about. All right, here's John. Gonna look at the 16s. They are well behind in points. This is just a race to 1. And Ryan, how about that? How would you like to play in a tournament where it's 1 leg? It's do or die. You get 1 chance and 1 chance only. And the Don with the 6 mark. Slams the door pretty much. John needs 9 15s and a lot of other stuff to happen. Thanks, Matt. See, I know what Matt wants to hear about. He wants to hear about the leg rest. Oh, James gets it with the Maloney double. I'm not going to lie, it does feel like this leg rest might snap any second, just so you know. Does it? I wish you would have said that on air, because then I responded, and now it's awkward. Ryan, you're still there, right?
Oh, I've been talking to no one. Look at me go.
Look at Marcy Kirby almost took it out.
I thought Sean was cutting me off. And then no.
That's so funny. Speaking of Mike Maloney,
perfect.
It's a great time for him to check in, I guess.
Yeah, so what I was saying is I absolutely love the single win format because for me, I would love that. So,
oh, yeah, I forgot to even ask you that question, and I was not weirded out when you didn't respond to me.
No, I was going deep diving into that and was saying about how much I love the other formats I've seen, from the race to 4 to the middle bracket with the 0-1 to the 3rd bracket with the 1 leg winner go home theory, and I love that. That's what I was saying.
All right, well, let's head back to the Union Lake Eagles. Well, it is the 3rd place match. And look at this diddle. All right, don't look at it anymore. A 135 from Jason Topsky. They are in division number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And they are taking on Dustin Larson, Josh Lacey, and Nate Lacey, the Wisconsinites. And Jason does enough to get the first leg here. We're back to all cricket, if I'm not mistaken, from this point forward. I am mistaken.
Yeah, so it's going to follow the third place format. So it's going to be the 1 loss format. So cricket 0-1 cricket. Yeah. If
that's right, they get the
team
double
that we're watching does get
no. It should be the 2 loss side, right? Or the 1 loss
middle
side.
bracket.
So we're in the middle bracket right now. The what you're seeing right now is Jason, Andy,
yeah, cricket
Derek.
0-1 cricket. Yep.
So it's almost like I know what. No worries, Sean. Greet everybody.
Hey,
I love it when mom and dad fight.
I'll let you decide who's who. Here's Jason Topsky going first.
They all
Here
know
in leg
who's
number
who,
1.
Sean. They
Who's
all
who?
know.
I'm just kidding. That's wrong. All right, Ryan,
That's
Dad.
the Beetlejuice effect from Paul Rogers, and we need to talk about Maloney more often. Maybe he'll pop in here and say hello.
He already did.
Oh, did I miss that part?
It's a great time to check in. Fair, Paul. I think. Derek looking down to the 19s. See if he stays there for dart 2. Yeah, he does and hits it. Going back up on dart 3. Oh, and just on the outside. So Josh Lacey.
I'm here for Nick's intro right now as he walks in on the blurred camera.
Those are some pants he's wearing.
Thanks, my mom got them for me.
Oh, and he's got the headphones on so he can hear.
Oh, I heard everything. I was petting my cat Fred back there, getting a drink of water real quick, and I heard everything.
That's so perfect. Oh.
Let's see what Andy decides to do on dart 3. Is he aggressive? He tried to be.
No, it's on this side only.
Oh.
Hi, Cat.
Right. Hi, Kat, Sean says. And she's laughing.
Because you turned off the camera and didn't turn off her voice.
No,
What an 8 mark.
Holy cow. Most of the time she'd be like, I don't want them to see me. I don't know why. She's beautiful, but that's just how she is. Hearing her is the voice of an angel, so we're fine there.
She probably wants you to stop talking about her now.
Probably. That or Nick does. One or the other.
Nah, I doubt that. Nick's not even paying attention to us. Derek, looking at the 17s here. Just trying to close them out. And he does so. That third dart's always the toughest when you go single. And Paul, you're right.
All the time,
you're
especially newer darters. I tell them all the time. Yeah, single dart close or that last dart, it's always tough. And they're like, why? It's just a single. And I'm like, oh, wait till you get there. Wait till you get there.
Because the first 2 are completely blocking the third one, no matter where the first 2 are at.
Oh, cool as a cucumber, Andy Zaza.
Zamora.
I know. I just felt like saying Zaza.
Okay.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Thanks, Sean. And we're losing Nick slowly but surely here. Really needs to make sure he hits this loud. That's huge.
Big darts from
Ooh.
Jason Topsky. He's throwing fantastic.
What?
Fantastic.
Dustin only finds 2. 15 counted for something, but doesn't help him.
Derek going straight for the win.
Yeah, needs to. We've seen these guys get weird when they dance around the bowl a bunch, so he just needs to get after it.
Surprised he went 16s there instead of 20s.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I'm like, you got 3 options, and you went with the second to smallest number.
Well, either way, he needed to hit a treble or a double to actually do anything with that third dart.
Right.
Josh Lacey, though, puts a little pressure now. But it is on AZ, who has just been, as you say it, cooler than the other side of the pillow today. Just want everybody to know that Paul just purposefully called your wife the devil.
Yeah, we went from angel to devil, so I don't know how I'm feeling about that right now, but that's all right. It's all right, Paul Rogers. I'll let you know how I feel about that when we're done.
Uh-oh. All right, Jason Topsky. 2 bowls needed. You expect it to go. It might even go on the first dart. That's how well he's been playing.
Yes.
Dennis Shea in the chat. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Printing Partners. Gets it done in 2. That's leg number 1. So we're going to go to 701. If Jason and company do win leg number 2, they will move on to the finals with only 1 loss. And that will do it for Dustin, Jace, Josh, and Nate.
Do want to take a quick moment to thank everybody tuning in on Eagle Eye Sports in the background. We've been live on as well. That's the sister company to USA Darts that we got up and running here, designed to not only cover more darting action, but to, of course, cover other niche sports as well, such as billiards, cornhole, chess, and much more. So thank you guys for tuning in over at Eagle Eye Sports on Facebook and YouTube.
Caw.
Why?
To make you guys laugh. You're welcome.
Although I do want to see Eagle Eye do some chess. I'm down for that.
I don't want to do commentary on that because I will not know anything that I'm talking about. And he moved a piece there. That one looked like a good one.
Just to reiterate to everybody, if we do stream chess at Eagle Eye, none of us 3 will commentate it. There will be actual chess professionals.
Boo.
So,
everything's the Queen's Gambit as an opener.
Wow.
So that's the only thing I know.
So in my slight defense, I do know the squares on a chessboard and a few other things. I'm not totally chess illiterate, but no, I'm not doing the commentary stream. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I wouldn't let you.
He hit that timer so hard. Yeah, I will just focus on the time left.
Look at him smirk at that board.
And he's ready to pounce. Man, I'm telling you what, when the heat goes on in our house inside this room, woo! This light makes it look like my room's on fire, but the heat makes it actually feel like it's on fire right now.
Better me than you, bud.
Big hat trick. Put it on the counter. Where's the regulator at, Paul? Good old Johnny Lee's got to be there somewhere.
Oh, he's around.
Oh, I see it. I see the name popping up.
Jason Topsky just continues.
You know,
he
hasn't had to hit tops yet, and I just cannot wait for that call.
Topsky for tops?
Yep. And he hits the top ski. Big darts from Josh Lacey. Put it on the counter again. Sean, I don't know.
On YouTube.
I don't know what's up with Keith Joseph. Who's that?
I figured that was you.
Oh,
That's
double
interesting.
11. And he's just outside. So Andy Zamora, 96 left. Man, a soft tip way to go out this way is to go trip 16, trip 16. He could also go, obviously, trip 20 for double 18. He could go bowl 6 for tops.
I watched a guy break down for me. He loves trip 18 for 42 when playing soft tip, obviously.
Oh, what a dart. What a dart! And that will do it. They move on to the finals, and they are happy about that. Big dart from Andy Zamora. He continues just to show up and show out. All right, so we're going to take a very short break, and then we were going to come back with the finals of Division number 1. So don't go anywhere. Sean Green, Ryan George, Nick DeShera in the background for All-Star Triples. We will be right back.
With 8 flight, it is nearly impossible for the flight to come off. It won't break, tear, crack, or bend out of shape in the long run because it's just soft and flexible enough. On top of the amazing material itself, the edges are reinforced along the wings to provide extra protection from tight groupings. But remember, aesthetically, cosmetically, it's not going to look pretty. Yes, you will see some fraying and scratching, like many others out there, but it will hold up, it'll take a beating, and continue to take a beating. In conclusion, after weeks of play, this isn't 100% beautiful, but it's functional. And I'm personally ranking it top 2 out of all systems for durability. The thread system is truly innovative, the flight can't come off, and that's plenty enough reason to give it a try. Get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're A2ZDarts.com, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com. Introducing the classic standard Blade 6, the dual core version, same as the lineup from the Blade 5. However, Winmore's come out with an entirely new model called the triple core. So the triple core is essentially the dual core dartboard with an added third layer of carbon fiber sisal in the back, creating literally the ultimate setup for durability. So not only are you paying for an even better longevity of the dartboard, but also enhanced graphics and functionality. All 3 dartboards have a hardened double bullseye and 25 segment to help with durability. So listen up, Americans, we need this because of our obsession with cricket. The most common problems we have with sisal dartboards is the bullseye segment wearing out or some issue with a wire. So let's just say we're not known for wearing out our doubles. All 3 dartboards come fitted with the 3 rotolock wheels to help stabilize the board to any wall surface. But the adjustable wheels make your life so much easier because they allow you to rotate your board super quick and easy. You just loosen them, rotate, then tighten them again, then of course fix your numbering.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
How to use a Corona light on a soft tip electronic dartboard using a Target Corona conversion kit. This kit comes with 4 identical pieces here. Very, very simple. The very bottom has 4 prongs that actually insert into the outer ring of the board. The other backside has a magnetic piece there that goes and connects against the magnetic feet of the Corona light. So full disclosure for this kit, it's not compatible with all electronic dartboards out there. We've tested everyone in the store. It does not work with the Target Nexus or other boards similar to that shell, and it doesn't work with the Grand Practice 13-inch board. However, it's compatible with the Grand versions 1, 2, 3, 3S, and the Grand Dash, as well as the Darts Live 100S and 200S. And that is it. You guys ready? Turn this bad boy on. Voila, that is it. Very, very easy to do, super affordable with the Target Corona conversion kit. The Target Cult Darts range from the 2022 launches here. This is their high-end 90% tungsten range, and the theme is a stunning green and gold. So really what differentiates these is mostly the barrel shape. You have a torpedo option, a front-loaded almost bomber shape, and then a straight barrel. I would start there for your personal preference because your grip reference points are going to be really close throughout the entire range. All right, let's throw all of the steel tip variants onto the Target Aspar board. And as you can see, we've got the brand new mod home dartboard system all set up, ready to go. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. And a quick note on the dual core dartboard, it's mounted on the very new edge corner bracket. So that is a new product by Winmore, and we've reviewed that and we're gonna show you exactly how to mount it. So stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, let's chuck some darts. Okay, we'll go 20. Oh. Oh, missed the hat trick again. That's okay. But did you guys notice that this corner bracket is freaking solid, man? The board is not shaking at all, at least from my vantage point. I'll check to see the close-up afterwards. But even removing the darts, solid board, solid corner mount. The new FitPoint Plus CC conversion points. The CC in the name stands for carbon composite, which is a material that is very durable yet very lightweight, close to the soft tip plastic points you're used to throwing. They come in 2 available lengths to choose from, the shorter 25mm and the longer 30mm. They feature barbed tips that help to prevent bounce outs. Something to be said about these is they're very aggressive at first, versus being made smooth and wearing out to virtually nothing. So you can speed up the smoothing process by taking sandpaper to the barbed section. Here's a quick comparison of a brand new set versus a set used in a few games. When these were brand new, we noticed they pulled up fibers from the dartboard, so we recommend throwing at unpopular numbers. To the left side of the board, definitely not the bullseye, treble, or doubles. They include a FitPoint Plus tool to loosen and tighten them. Couple that with a set of O-rings and you're darn near guaranteed a secure fit. That concludes our review. This product is available on our website, atozdarts.com. Remember, we're your partner in darts, and thanks for watching. So when you buy the hub, you're only going to get a power cable.
All right, guys, we're back for All-Star Weekend. 325 teams have come down to just a few. This 15-team bracket in Division 1 has reached the finals, and it looks like it is going to be a rematch of the King Seat match between the Michiganders, Andy, Derek, and Jason, taking on the Wisconsinites of Jamie, John, and Scuba. Sean Green here, joined alongside Mr. Ryan George, the voice of Cincy Event Streaming. What's up, brother?
What is going on, my guy?
Buddy, I am happy to have been hanging out with you all weekend long. Let's see who's got this one in store. It is just a race to 2, all cricket here in the first time. If Jason, Andy, and Derek win this first match, then it will go to the one-loss side of the bracket, where it is even Steven. Both teams will need to double dip at that point in time. So no matter what, John, Jamie, and Steve have to beat Andy, Derek, and Jason twice because they only have one loss. So this could go for a hot minute, and I cannot wait. 2 of the best teams in this weekend tournament doing battle right now. John Pilgrim going first for the Wisconsinites. Ryan, who do you got in this?
You know, it's hard to argue with John Pilgrim and Scuba and whatnot, but
I bet you're about to.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm motivated by watching Derek and his enthusiasm. Jason Tofsky has been just knock down, drag out good, and then Zaza is just as cool as the other side of the pillow. So it's just, I'm here for it. I get underdog vibes. I get, and I've been to the Union Lake Eagles. It's beautiful up there. They're wonderful people up there. So I'm kind of pulling for them. It's like that, it's that underdog vibe.
I bet somewhere in this leg specifically, I get to say boom goes the Dynamite or boom goes the Wisconsinite, depending on who hits it.
I mean,
you want to put a dollar on it?
I mean, talented darters. You got so much talent here. You know what? I'll bet you $1, Sean. I'll do it. We'll do it. Let's do it. Sorry, I had to sneeze everywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself.
For all of you watching along, just know that he did sneeze. Turn off his mic, which was actually a very, very brilliant move to turn off his mic right before sneezing. I was very impressed. I would not have done that. I would just turn to the side and sneezed, and everyone would have still heard it. So, Scott Hannish throwing $5 that it won't happen. I'm in, Scott.
Ooh.
Somebody's gonna get $6. Somebody's gonna get $6.
Does that mean Sean's paying both of us, though, is the question.
Yeah, I'll give you $1 and I'll give him $5 if this doesn't happen. But John Pilgrim's going to make me a believer right here. Never mind.
Whoops.
Way to go, John.
Commentator's curse.
It's all right. I still got Scuba coming up. He missed the first dart, but hit the other 2.
And Derek and Jason.
And they are more than capable. Jason is he's due for one. He's been so close to hitting everything he needs to hit. So the other aspect of this, we've seen a lot of 8 marks. Oh, it might be here, but he's going to go to the 18s, isn't he? Oh, to the 20s. Point again.
Don't throw the 18. Or do. Either way.
Boom goes the Dynamite. Derek Howard makes me a $6 richer right then and there. Scott Hannish, put it on the counter. You owe me $5. Hey, Ryan, I'll just take it next time I see you. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you Saturday.
Thank goodness. That was worrying me there for a second. I thought he was going to go to the 18s. He goes, you got to be kidding me.
It's because you came in here and threw the money down, Scott. That's what got it done.
Yeah. Andy closes the 18s first start. Goes back to the 20s. Oh, man.
Don can now get himself almost a value meal anywhere.
That's all I care about, man. You just said my love language. Value meal?
Value meal. There's a big 7.
Listen, there's a reason I'm sitting in a chair that has a footrest and a massage pillow that's massaging my back right now. And it's because I like value meals. Jason Topsky. See if he stays there. That's an awkward first start. Yeah, he goes the double, the Maloney double. Paul, I'm not a big McRib fan. And I know that might be shocking for most, but yeah, it's just something about dry, meatless meat is what it kind of tastes like. That
Dry,
just has barbecue
meatless
sauce. I do like the barbecue sauce, I guess, but I can put barbecue sauce on things that actually taste good.
I just want to give a shout out to ND, which is rare. But I do want to give a shout out right now to Night Owls, as there's one of only a few bars, regardless of streaming location, just bars in general in this tournament that have 4 teams left in it.
That's
all
amazing.
4 of which are in the money. Division
Woohoo!
2, 11, 17, and 18 there, with the team captains being listed as James Edwards, Lisa Ditchley, Stephanie Ludi, and Kyle Ludi as the 4 team captains.
So crazy enough, I actually know 3 of those teams that are playing out there. That's and this is because Kyle Ludi texted me this morning and asked if we were streaming triples today. Don Kirby, Marcy Kirby, James Edwards, Amber Hardwick, who may or may not just have a new sponsorship, possibly, but I'm not supposed to say anything about that. Jordan Davidson and
Whoops.
Stephanie Ludi, and then Lisa Ditchley, Jess Holiday, and Danny Kidd. And then Kyle did not actually say his own team, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, Night Owls having 4 teams into the money in 4th place or higher currently is impressive in its own right. But is it more impressive to have 4 teams in the money or 3 finalist teams in all seasons? That's really the question now.
Right now, it's 3 finalist teams at all seasons, and that's coming from an indie person. So that's just so difficult to do, you know? But I love seeing the local teams getting it done because, listen, first and foremost, I'm indie proud. Dennis Shea sending 100 stars our way. Thanks, Dennis. Dennis is probably the top star sender for To The Point streaming. Definitely recently. We're going to have to start naming equipment after him that we buy. Like maybe a new computer for Sean. All right, Pilgrim. Only a 1 mark from the Wisconsinite.
No.
And Derek, who made me $6 richer. You notice how Scott Hanish has not made a comment in the chat since he lost $5.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah, he didn't even ask me for my Zelle or anything. That's kind of rude. Nice
Ew.
double. Why did I say that? Terrible
Ew.
double, but it hits. Mike Maloney he's making it way too normal, you know? And now people are starting to hit it, so I can't even complain about it, and that's the worst part.
No, we can still say we don't like it. We can say great shot. Doesn't mean we have to like it.
So fun-
Raggy?
So fun fact, I found out that my family did not just go upstairs when I was dealing with my equipment issues. They just left.
They were fearing for their sanity if Dad went full rage out. So
My wife did ask, is everything still intact in the streaming room? And the answer is yes, a resounding yes. I would not break any of my equipment because it's too nice.
that's what we'll do. Is Dennis Shea should just go to padding that room to protect all that equipment.
You should actually see all of the different sound acoustic panels that I have in my room right now. It's a lot. I have 12 hexagonal shapes on my wall and 4 by 1 foot panels currently, and that's just in the area where I sit. Obviously, there's nothing behind me yet, but there will be soon. Great leg from the Michiganders in leg number 1. And a 5-2-5 from Scuba Steve, not enough. And again, if they win this leg, talking about the Michiganders, we will go to a 1 loss each. So they will play 2 legs in a row automatically of Cricket 01 Cricket. And then if they go to a last chance all the way, it's just 1 leg of Cricket, baby, for all the marbles. Guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. Sean Green live with the fantastic fast talking, southern drawl slinging Ryan George, with, of course, blue hair, Mr. Nick Teixeira in the background, which might be my favorite Allstate commercial or State Farm commercial, whatever it is, where he's going through the different things to not make him like his parents, and he's like, blue. You just can't help but say blue because the guy's hair was blue. Dan Levine, former CSC champion for Division 2 in the chat, saying, let's go Scuba. Pigworm and Jamie. That's John Pilgrim's dart nickname. I forget the story, but Pilgrim, Pigworm, I guess it kind of works. It's not a great nickname, let's be honest, but it works.
I don't know if I'd want to be called Pigworm.
He has it on his jersey, so he's owned it.
I mean, fair enough.
There's a Maloney double that misses, by the way. I just want to point out every time it does.
Do it. Everyone's lifetime doubles percentage is much lower than you ever think it is. Just saying.
Well, I mean, and the argument being made, right, of like, well, doubles are bigger and all that good stuff. Yeah, look at the PDC and look at the percentage of them that hit triples versus doubles.
Yeah.
I would say that their triple percentage is probably higher than their double outs, most likely. Now, it is in different situations, right?
Sure.
Man, how about that double 3 from James Wade yesterday?
It was crazy. How about the stage presence and celebration afterwards?
Oh man, he was one thrust away from being fined.
Well, I was excited to see him win. I really enjoy James Wade.
So being behind the scenes of things and knowing people that know people.
Here he goes with his name drop album. Let's go.
I'm not naming dropping anyone, but I will say that I have heard some less than desirable things about James Wade as a human being. That being said, he has mental health issues and things like that, and he has become a very strong spokesperson for that. And that's a really, really tough thing to do out in public. So my hats are off to him for doing those types of things, and it does. He is the best double hitter and finisher in darts, and that goes without question. He is. I mean, what was he at one point in yesterday's match? He was like 11 of 15 on doubles.
Yeah, he was like. Yeah, it was like
gross.
It was like 72% or something.
Yep.
It was nuts.
Ooh, the team from Night Owls is in the finals of Division 2 of the not CSC of All-Star Triples. I'm just so used to saying James Edwards in the CSC Challenger Series finals.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Division 2. Yeah. James Edwards knows a lot about Division 2 finals. Hopefully they triple dip the team in the king seat and not the other way around.
Way to bury that lead, Sean. Way to bury the lead, bud.
That being said, they do already have 2 losses, so they cannot be double dipped. And how about the team from Indy this week? Taking down Matt Hoyne and Kerry Thaxton on Tuesday at the Siege.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was shocking results. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected that to go quite like that. You can argue who was going to win and who was going to lose all you want, but I do not think anyone anticipated it looking like that.
Oh no. I mean, it was great darts from James. It was
Trevor was stellar.
Great dart. Trevor Sellers, I think that was by far the best he's ever played on our stream as a sponsored player of ours, for sure. I mean, he showed us why he is the person that we sponsor in Indy for To The Point streaming. I hope he plays a lot more steel tip and starts to travel a little bit more. Maybe gets his tour card some way or another for the CDC, because I think he can do some damage there. Kind of a little bit like JT Davis.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's a good correlation.
Yep.
So what I'm going to say, though, because I'm going to continue and branch off of our conversation, if they want to get their tour cards, maybe they should just show up at Brownsburg. So,
well, this might not that might have been the last time that we were in Brownsburg for the CDC. I'm not sure.
Really?
They're in the mix of talking about all that and handling it right now. That's obviously still on the table. We love that venue. We love all the people there.
Yeah,
It would
it's a
have
great
nothing to do
venue.
with that for sure.
Sure.
Paul Rogers saying Facebook kept freezing up on me for chat. Well, that's not fun. Glad to see you here. Cassandra says, trippy hippie der how. All right. I love it. My boy Andy is up and coming. Andy's an up and coming player. Not to point out anything, but he looks seasoned as a human being. So that's awesome if he's just now getting into darts and showing off all these skills. That's wonderful. And by the way, I love the name Montana. Like, that's a good state name for someone.
I do want to give a shout out to All Seasons. They did just start their final, and with the way things are shaping up here, we might be on this Division 1 final for a bit. So Division 9 final currently playing on the All Seasons board, and they are playing with Debbie Nash, Jeff Hansen, and John Hussman, going up against Bob Kirchner, Ryan Kirchner, and Sean Phelps.
Okay.
No relation to Michael, but he did play with me in a state tournament once, Sean Phelps. That's a Florida team.
Okay, so you actually do know that answer, that he's not related to Michael Phelps. I was like, how did you know?
I did ask that. No, Sean Phelps and I, back when I still played darts, Division 2 501 third place team.
Beverly asked a good question. Are there any more Arizona games today?
So yes, right now going on the background, there's the last chance leg to get into the final between two different teams, one of which being the Mike Scarborough team that we saw earlier. So depending on if they win this leg there, then we'll go to the final against the South Dakotan team led by Corey Luke.
Okay, well, there you go. So we still got quite a bit of darts left to go. I might have told my wife that we might be done in time for me to make the blind draw at Nippers, but we'll see. Worst case scenario is my mic stops working. I'm just kidding.
What time does Nipper start? 7:30?
8.
8?
And now remember, I'm a little bit further away than I was.
You're a lot a bit further away.
Nah, it's only about 7 minutes further. Weirdly enough. We're right there on the border of Fishers and Pendleton.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But just into Pendleton now. We are Pendleton residents.
that's crazy.
Growing up, I never thought I would say that, but I absolutely love it. I don't know if you saw my post about our neighbors bringing us our gift, like the gift basket over. It was so sweet of them. Huge shout out to Krista and Matt, who have no idea what I do in my free time yet. So Megan and I were talking about, like, what do we get them in return? And of course, we thought darts and a dartboard. Hey, I'm just saying.
Solid logic.
Hey, anytime we can get anyone into darts, that's a win for us. I think Megan and I are actually going to start playing some Just Darts PPD leagues, remote leagues on Thursday, because our closest venue now to our house is the Fortville Legion, which is about 7 minutes south of us.
Does that mean I get in the same league? I'll get in that league right now.
Oh yeah,
Me and Jason will play with you.
There you go. That'd be awesome.
On what day are we talking?
It'd be a Thursday probably, because that's the only day I don't stream.
I'm open Thursdays too. I'll hop on one of my PPD boards.
Jamie needs a double bowl here, does not get it. And double would have been overkill. You only need a single bowl. So Andy, to take us to a one-loss side, which he'll hit this. It'll be a one-loss apiece, so we'll play Cricket 01 Cricket. 2 legs in a row. If he hits a bowl here. There it is. Of course he hits the bowl. I love it. That was the calmest he has been winning a leg. We've seen him throw 5 2-5s tonight. We've seen him just absolutely dominate. Montana, how long has Andy been playing if he's just an up-and-coming player?
Do you want to give
If you're
another
still in the chat.
do you want to give another shout out
No.
to another finals team that we will probably not be able to catch just because of timing? Division 16 out of all seasons as well. Christian Brozard, Marisha Larson, and Samantha Haynes are your seat holders playing up against Rob, Scott, and Mitchell from Wisconsin. So just shout out to that team as well. Unfortunately, when locations have too many teams in the finals, that's a good problem to have, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. But also, an unfortunate problem to have if you're looking to play on stream. Montana says that Andy's been playing for 3 years competitively, and that is why I don't play darts competitively very much anymore, because I've been playing for 13 years, and Andy is way better than me. Ryan, this is why we get into streaming.
This is why we got into streaming. Although, in a certain sense, I can tell you can speak for yourself because one of us bageled the other one. So
No, you didn't do a whole lot. I love you. You won one leg.
No, I was in the backpack. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, but anyone is when you're playing with Guy Perry and he shoots like he did. My goodness, Guy Perry. That's another name that would easily make CSC Challenger Series. I will say in the background, for CSC Challenger Series up and coming, I know that Don Kirby is currently playing in a league to qualify for the CSC with Trevor Sellers. So Lee Jones is also looking to get into the CSC Challenger Series and try and qualify for TOC. So some of the big names that saw James do what he did, and they want some of that action.
They've been
And those
inspired. James has inspired the Indianapolis masses.
Yeah, and those are Division I players. If you don't know the name Lee Bullet Jones or Don the Chatterbox Kirby.
Only 43 from Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's not the start you want here.
Not ideal.
Jason might give this one dart. It might take 2. There it is. Does get the start, and I like how he still takes his time to throw the last dart. I will say the only problem with that is that I see this all the time happen in the CSE with the best players in the country, right? You throw a 180 to win the diddle, and then you come out with a 3 mark or a 2 mark, and it just wastes all of that. So 7 mark here was what happened for Topsky. We'll see if he can continue that as we head to leg number 1 of the 1-loss side of the bracket. And so this will be Cricket 01 Cricket is the format here. And Ryan, no matter who wins this match, we will stay in this format for the next match.
I love it. I'm definitely confused, but I absolutely love it.
So I'll try to explain this as best I can.
Fair enough.
Whichever team has the least amount of losses, that's the format that you play. So if the team has 0 losses, we play the race to 2 all cricket. If the team has least with the least amount of losses. So if they have 1 loss, that we play the Cricket 01 Cricket. If they have 2 losses, then it's just the last chance bracket.
Okay.
Which is just
so
a race to 1.
There's 1 loss here, so that's why they're playing the middle format. Right?
Yes. Both of them have 1 loss. So no matter what, the winning team will still only have 1 loss. So that's why it will be that format next.
I just love the emoji Cricket 01 Cricket. It took me way too long to figure out what that was in chat from D Park Gaming.
That's my favorite. Way to go, D Park Gaming. I can't even tell that's a cricket still to this.
Oh, Joshy boy, let them celebrate. Let them have their moment. There's a
well, right now it's not helping
Shanghai.
him. Yeah, as Scuba Steve doing his thing there. So Andy has only been playing darts competitively for 3 years, which is just gross because he's been playing phenomenal today. Big 7 mark from him right when I'm talking good about him, and that's why I like dart players. Corey Drake watching along. Billy BJ Stump.
Hot dog.
Trent's been with us for quite a while. Guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. We got a lot of finals coming your way here in All-Star Triples.
Jamie, not happy. Big head shake there.
John says, that's my bad, wasn't warmed up yet. Okay, John. Well, they have been waiting for a long time, to be fair. And that is the problem with being the king seat from time to time, is that you might end up taking on a team that's been playing for quite a while straight. Like the team of Jason, Derek, and Andy have been. I know a lot of players that think that these types of brackets really do favor the team coming from the one loss side or the 2 loss side of the bracket because they've been continuously playing. But if I'm the team of John, Jamie, and Scuba, there's no reason why I'm not just competitively playing against each other the entire time that you're waiting, you know?
I mean, you have merit to saying that, absolutely. But on the other end, right, even Division 20 and 21 right now are into the top, fourth place matches or higher. So, I mean, you're talking less than 6 hours for the most part for majority, especially D1 in the break. So you do get that sit a little bit, but players, especially in Division 1, should be accustomed to sits like that.
For sure. And that's what I'm saying. That's why if you're Scuba, John, and Jamie, you really don't have a huge excuse to be coming out of the gate so slow.
Well, and also, I'm a big fan of saying once you've really warmed up and you've gone through the motions, you've been throwing for a while, yeah, you might sit again, but your rebound from sitting again should be exponentially faster than your initial warm-up from ice cold not doing anything.
Well, and you're seeing it here. Scuba staying in Fuego for his team. But Andy has been doing that for quite a while as he hits another treble 18. See if he gets aggressive. Stays on the points. Be aggressive, and he does not hit the 17s like he was looking at. He was aggressive.
Oh, no.
And by the way, this is the thing that I hate, Ryan, is that there are a lot of times where Nick says great stuff off mic, and I just respond to him, and then it seems like I'm being the weird one.
Sean, I hate to be the one to tell you this, although I'm happy
I am
to
the
be
weird
the
one.
one
I
to
get
tell
it.
you this. You are the weird one.
Sean tried to blame his schizophrenia on his friend Nick once again.
Just
Wait,
because he dyes his hair interesting and fun colors doesn't make him the crazy one, okay?
Tanzanite Blue by Ion.
Big dart from Topsky. What a close on the 17s.
Don't die on us, Nick. Hang on, bud.
I do like that it is kind of like a grayish blue. I actually do like that look.
Nick, I just like you however you come into the party. However you come to the party. However you show up at the party. Stop it.
I like how you repeated it.
Stop it.
Derek, 7 up on the 18s.
It's like that song from I can't remember the name. I like him for him. Only the song for was I like her. She likes me for me. Yeah.
I got nothing, Ryan.
Too young, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. No, I'm not.
No,
barely.
Definitely not.
How old are you?
39.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely the old guy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that. Now, who looks older? We can talk about that, but...
Oh, hands down, you.
Oh! Who's got more hair?
We're probably pretty even. We're probably pretty even, man. I don't know. I also like hats, so I'm fine either way.
That's fair.
I'll tell you who has the least amount of hair. That's Andy, but it doesn't matter because he's throwing lights out. But Andy's also made up for by his partner, Derek, who has more hair than probably most people in the world.
All of us combined.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Paul, we're not old bashing by any stretch of imagination. It's just usually I'm the old person on the team.
Even with Jason?
Well, no, I'm not talking about To The Point streaming. Definitely the youngest there. I'm talking about PPD streams and USA Dart streams, except for when Ryan does it.
The youngest person that's ever done a PPD stream would be Jacob Armstrong. He's younger than me.
Hey, look at that. Trevor Sellers.
Like 23 years old, 24 years old, right?
Yeah, he's really young. With a kid, so that's going to age him significantly really quickly. That mullet's going to turn into just a party in the back as the hair recedes from the front really quickly. Kids do that to you. Trevor Sellers says, I like hats too, brother. Trevor is our sponsor player for To The Point streaming. Love
They
seeing you in the
pulled
chat, buddy.
that out. Look at him
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's a big win from the Wisconsinites in leg number 1. Scuba Steve throws a 6.67. John Pilgrim throws a 5.25. That'll do it most of the time.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see Trevor here.
Oh yeah, love seeing Trevor in the chat. Big victory on Tuesday from him. Man, I'm telling you what, I am not getting sick of this massager. It's still going strong on my back, and I love every second of it.
Awkward.
All right, Topsky looking for the hat trick. Gets it. Put it on the counter. Lucky, Paul. That's what that makes you. You have good genes, my man. Pilgrim going to try and match hat trick with hat trick. Not going to do so. Uh-oh. That last start's going to hurt. Because Derek has all the ability in the world to just follow hat trick by hat trick. Alicia saying, wow, I can't even hit the board. Well, you just got to keep working at it. It is a game that just takes repetition and practice, and you'll eventually just start feeling it. I can tell you that I run a youth dart club at my school, and I have many hundreds of holes in my wall. But by the end of the school year, not a single kid's hitting the wall anymore, and that's a win. All right, most of them. Well, Paul, that too, but the hair also. Scuba misses the first 2 darts. That's never a thing that you see from Scuba Steve. Playing in an old Taco Bell.
I love it. And I love the fact that
So
it
cool.
looks like a Spanish monastery. It's a Taco Bell.
So it's one of those fancy Taco Bells.
One of them fancy them theirs.
And he only gets 1 bowl there. Oh yeah, real jealous, Paul. You can say that again. I like hats, but I'd like to not wear them sometimes too. Nice low ton from Jamie. That'll help as the 3rd player. Matt Graff, another Wisconsinite, the person who got left off the team of Jamie, John, and Scuba, aka the least favorite friend.
Wow.
Hey, it might just be the way he throws. He hits a lot of great darts. Honestly, Matt Graff, for his release, for how hard his dart actually flies through the air, it's honestly impressive.
I just enjoy listening to you backpedal.
Well, no, I actually finally got to see him play in person and not just on a stream, and it pops in the dartboard. He whooped me in that match too, the blind draw, where I had the great Seth Stefano as my partner, my blind draw partner, up at the Booyah Cup. AKA now a wonderful cornhole player.
Heard he's making a splash over there. Yeah.
Nate Lacey, you definitely were on stream. We saw you play very well, my friend. Yeah, Jesse, I don't know how. I will tell anyone that is watching a stream that has Matt Graff throwing, throw the darts that he throws, but not the way he throws them. And him and I have had a good conversation about that. No one told him for the first 2 years that he played darts that he had a weird throw. And now if he tried to change it up, he'd be worse. It'd be like John Henderson telling him not to rock.
Right.
It would make him a worse dart player.
We're telling Leonard Gates can't lick his fingers in between darts.
Leonard's another one with a absolutely beautiful throw, though.
He does. He has a great toss.
And it's a good feel throw. There's a lot of hand-eye coordination that works. That's what happens when you're a former Division II pitcher. AA pitcher for the pros. Another trouble. Oh, it's not that one. See if he looks down the 17s on dart 3. He tried to.
John Pilgrim saying that Matt Graff is the biggest sleeper. Well, apparently you let him stay home and take a nap today.
I wouldn't call him a sleeper at all. Mapper, I couldn't say it better myself. As John Pilger steps up, trying to look for it. Puts a little pressure on the 96. This is a tough ask because it involves a triple. It's a triple-double combination, which for soft tip outs is not ideal. You usually like to utilize the bull, and he can't do it again. He has to go triple 17. Doesn't hit it, so Scuba Steve's going to get a look at the 82, and Scuba hits that 9 times out of 10.
What?
Great last start from Derek, though, to put pressure on the 82.
I don't like that, though.
Bullseye first start from Scuba for leave 32. Oh, now it's going to go 19s. Make sure you hit that big number, Scuba. You're good at triple 20.
He trips it.
Yeah, trip 20 here for Scuba. Oh, no.
Oh.
Scuba Steve, damn you.
Now the question becomes, is leaving 20 great, or would he have been better off leaving the bowl?
It's amazing because it's a single 20.
That, you know what? But half the time when I'm aiming for single 20, that's when I trip the 20.
Yeah, but Andy's only been playing darts for 3 years. He's going to like the look of this. Yeah. He hasn't, like all of us that have been playing darts for years and years and years, we get burned on that after a while, right? And he just hasn't been playing darts long enough to be burned on that single 20 often enough. So you definitely expect him to hit that there. And look at that. It's a 1-1 scoreline as we go to a last leg decider here in the first of the both of them having 1 losses. One of them's going to have 2 losses here. Who's it going to be? They have to diddle first. Matt Graff, it wasn't a commentator's curse. I said 9 times out of 10. That was just the 1 out of 10.
John making it count this time, finds 100.
Is that good enough with Topsky? I don't know if it is.
We've seen 3 or 4 140s out of Jason.
Well, if he throws a triple 20 on one of the first 2 darts, he's going to go bull on dart 3, which is definitely the smart dart. Yeah, another single 20. Now you go bull.
Or you trip the 1.
And you got to go bull there. Every time you got to go bull there. It's a bigger target. The best thing you're going to do there is hit a single 20, or hit a triple 20, of course, but the second best thing you're going to do is hit a single 20 and tie it up and then put it on your second player, and you don't want to do that. You go bull there on dart 3.
You go bull and you hit that 25 outer ring, and you take
and you get the start. But instead, the Wisconsinites will go first. Will that cost them? It just depends on how Pilgrim starts at the top of the board. Well, Matt, he typically does hit the 60. It's Scuba. And there's the great Brian Henry asking, hey, do you guys need any button pushers? Do you need me to do something? Do you want me to do a little dance?
Is he still playing?
He is out.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Pilgrim. That is
no.
Not ideal. And especially when you have Jason Topsky, who's been throwing so well today. You can see how much he's excited for this opportunity. He might be taking a little bit too long for my liking.
You know what, though? There's been a good number of times he gets to get down to about that 10 count before he throws that first dart. Yeah.
Well, then I'm okay with it. Then I'm okay with it. Yep. And you're spot on, buddy.
He lets himself settle all the way in.
Needs at least 1 more 20 to make it count. He does. He threw that last start safely. You can definitely tell that.
Yeah, he wanted to guarantee at least 20-point lead.
Scuba hits the triple here. He might go up and try and steal it. He doesn't. If you're Danny Baggish and you're asking him, he would have liked the shot of the 20 on dart 3. Take away their high ground, because playing 19s versus 20s with how they're playing, it's tough to stay with that. But Derek has to hit. Sean Green joined by Ryan George, live here for All-Star Triples. Cannot thank you guys enough for joining us here in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. Let everybody know we got a great finals going on here.
It's an odd moment to have that soft of a round for Derek, especially with Jamie in the back end.
Jamie does his job.
Does exactly what he needed to do. 3 singles.
Just want to give a shout out, as it looks like, if I'm not mistaken here, Debbie, Jeff, and John from All Seasons did end up winning their Division 9 final there. So just a heads up that
Congratulations.
they came out on top in the background there. I think we actually still have one All Seasons team left that hasn't started their final left in the background. So just letting you guys know that while this final is kind of going the distance here, we'll see what's left after.
It's going the distance and going for speed.
All alone, all alone, all alone in a time of need.
He would have never have done that. And that's why I love you, Ryan, is that Will would have just failed miserably at keeping on that.
I'm here for you, buddy.
I literally have set him up weekly in the CSU Challenger series for if we go the distance and he just continues to forget to say, and we're going for speed. It's quite frustrating.
I can understand that.
No, I love Will Stewart.
We all love Will Stewart. We love to tease him, but we love Will Stewart.
Sorry, that giggle was not at Will. It was at Nick's in the background. Good 7 mark from Scuba. They have complete control here.
The more I experience Nick DeShera, the more I want to be the guy behind the curtain too now. Just because you can just be back there wiling out.
Megan, the indie teams, I know that Don, Marcy, and James are in the finals. I do not know how that's going in the background, though. Nick DeShera?
Yeah,
Dynamite dropping.
They're in that first best of 3 currently. Game number 1 going Indy's direction. Game number 2, Marcy did need to hit 3 bulls and a double 15. Unfortunately, not hitting it, leaving a hat trick. So we'll see. They might be going to a deciding leg for the first set, or it could go to Indy's way and get the first of 3 dips out of the way.
Andy Zamora continuing his stretch of great darts.
Oof, 1 high and 1 low, though. Finding triple beds that don't belong.
Dustin, I do not disagree with you already. I never saw any of your matches. However, Jason, Derek, and Andy have been throwing phenomenal every time we've watched them play. So that is not a shocking statement from you in the chat. Congratulations on being in Division 1. All right, what can Topsky do? A lot of 18s needed. If he hits 2 trebles, he'll look at the 19s on dart 3. Is this a boom situation? No, it is not. But he might look at the 19s here. Be aggressive, and he is! What a 7 mark from Jason. You see the yells in the background. They have, my, the turntables.
Oh, they have turned.
Double 18? No, he shoots at the triple because he's smart.
Smart man.
Gets a single.
Single is much more than a bonk. Plus, like you said, Scuba practices hitting trips on a regular basis. So,
Megan, any update on plans for tonight? If you're sitting there still watching. Derek took a little extra time there on dart 3, but it worked out. I like him because he wants to see exactly what his opponent's doing, right? So he does like a back step, almost like a moonwalk, and you see he is living on every dart. Nick, you said it earlier. He's just very easygoing, real relaxed, chill. He is not that right now, and I love it.
He is so amped up at the moment. I mean, look at the body language, right? You're looking at Jamie, John, Steve, and they're going to be a calm, collected trio. That is kind of their persona and how they come off. On the other end, when you look at the Andy, Derek team and stuff like that, you see these guys, and they are feeling it. They're riding the adrenaline. The only thing Jamie, John, and Steve can do is get one big stop and hope that the adrenaline drop off happens. Otherwise, things are going right in Michigan right now, and that's not something that they say about their football team.
Actually, their football team is doing fantastic this season. As Detroit is dominating. The Lions have a fantastic record. One of the best teams in the NFC currently.
I was talking college.
Oh, well, that team I think is ranked 2nd in the country. So
yeah, but I don't like.
But I mean, if you bang on enough trash cans in the collegiate version of the Astros, then yeah, you might be second in the country too.
They beat Penn State. All right. They still have some tough battles coming up, but then they'll have to show it up. By the way, this is coming from a Notre Dame fan.
Uh-huh.
So, just
Yeah.
just know that I'm just trying to give some credit where credit's due. That's it. All right, we're on bowls. Derek needs 3 of them. Jamie will have to hit 4 if Derek does not hit 3 bowls with 2 darts here. Oh, that's a great second dart.
Does he have the double-itis or not?
Oh, that would have given him. That would have given the Michiganders the first lead in the tournament.
So does Jamie have 4 in him? Oh no.
No, he does not.
Does he have 2 in him? No.
Oh. That being said, not as big of a deal because it's John Pilgrim coming up next who can easily hit 4 bowls. The problem is that Andy's not going to miss.
Yeah,
he hasn't missed yet.
Yeah, he's been up 3. This is his 3rd trip to the board with a single bowl, and he is.
That's a tough first start, though.
Change your angle. Change your angle.
Oh no, he does miss it again. That first start made all the difference.
Yeah,
that's a brutal, unlucky dart. Now, can John Pilgrim hit 4 bowls? He definitely is more than capable of doing this, but it's a big moment. This to take the 2-1 lead. And he can't do it.
Oh, no.
And you see how quickly Jason got excited. And also,
look at Derek.
Derek knows this leg's already over.
Derek
look at him.
losing his mind.
How is it's so hard not to root for them, right? Look at this.
What are we watching unfold?
I absolutely love this.
Hey, Nick, I'm going to need you to clip that and send that to everybody. That needs to be a meme.
Oh, boy. You got to calm it down a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, he over-celebrated. And it's Scuba.
But yeah, he still has to find 4 too. With his teammates both drawing
But
blanks.
It's Scuba.
It's still, Scuba's good.
Yeah, he's real good. He's real good. Double bowl. Doesn't get it. Wow.
Now, Derek, the hype.
They have got to calm down first, is what they need to do.
Yeah.
Every dart that misses becomes more and more pressure.
This 3rd dart, if it makes it to that for him, is going to be brutal.
There it is. He does take it out. It is now. And now the team from Wisconsin has 2 losses. We are going back to Cricket 01 Cricket. As you see, the button pusher extraordinary is like, do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do my job? I can do my job.
The more I look at Derek, the more he looks like the lead singer from POD.
No, listen, you need to look up the lead singer of Shadows Fall. He has about the same long dread hair as Derek. Like, he also has been growing out his hair for like 20 years. He actually wraps his dreads in a ponytail and it still goes down past his caboose. The lead singer of POD has a lot shorter dreads. It's not a good sign that my wife did not comment back.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
I've got to meet him in person and talk to him in person, and that's what he talked about. All right, doesn't look like I have anything to do tonight besides sit here and do commentary on darts, so let's do that.
Let's run this action back. Oh.
They passed up their team. Their team's at the top. There they are. Oh, it's because it's the button pusher trying it out. Brian Henry also is doing a great job as owner of Motor City Darts. So he runs their vendors there. Good dart player in his own right, but he also is a much better button pusher. But he also is making sure that the teams are doing the right formats and all of that. Again, you have Andy, who's a newcomer to the game. I don't know how long Derek and Jason have been playing darts. I'm going to guess a little bit longer than Andy. But it's good to have someone who exactly knows what they're doing. But Maya, you're absolutely right. Brian Henry messing it up.
I do want to give a shout out to another stream team that did finish their finals in the background, as this Division 1 final is getting gritty. And a huge shout out in Division 7, the final, South Dakota out of Woodin at Nickel, Betsy, Corey, and Matt. So
Congratulations.
Do appreciate you guys moving to the stream board. Unfortunately, did not get there in time. Besting out Cody, Dan, and Taylor, also from South Dakota, but a different bar.
All right. As they are waiting for this one to get started. So the triple dip is still on right now at Night Owls, right?
Yeah, looking likely. I mean, well ahead, up 2 numbers right now. And if Marcy gets this close, she does close the 15s in the background there. So they are 3 bowls away from getting the first of 3 dips. They are on their last life here, so it's do or die.
So don't put it past them for this team from Indy. If the team of Andy, Derek, and Jason get it done in this one, that's all she wrote. And they do get the triple dip accomplished against the Wisconsinite team, the fantastic Wisconsinite team of John Pilgrim, Scuba Steve Diker, and Jamie Arkin. Winner is getting $639, so $213 a piece. The second place team gets $477, which does not divisible by 3, so we'll see what happens with that. That might be divisible by 3. I actually don't know. Probably not. There's some change involved. Let's put it that way. Maya says they're all fairly new to PPD, so interesting.
I mean, I can attest. Your first in couple All-Star Triples tournaments. Just the idea of playing a remote 3-man tournament, and you can see Derek's hopping on over there. It is something special, especially that first time you get a real good run with your friends in there. I mean, it is a cool feeling, and it's one of the biggest reasons I got hooked on the game was because I was 18 years old playing in these with whoever had picked me up at the time, and that's where these moments are built. And right now, let's be honest, Andy, Derek, and Jason are in the moment.
Matt Graff uses his calculator and sees that it's $159 a piece for each player. Oh, my wife was saying it is divisible by 3. Thanks, Megan. Way to put me under her, just right on blast there right away.
Appreciate you, Megan.
Well, guys, now I know for the future that 477 is 159 each. Jeez. You can't blame me. There's no dart math in that at all. 159's not a finish. 477's like you did terrible in the first round if you did that. You know, it's not my fault. Nick just walked away from us. So
It's the on and off blur for me.
you would think so, Ryan. I'm just going to give you some insider information here.
Sure.
Nick has been. Oh, that's what I probably can do. Is just Bluetooth. Ooh, I can just get a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah,
and then I can fit everything. Yeah.
Does your computer have Bluetooth built into it?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe. That's a good question. I'll ask.
Because I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know that this tower that I have has Bluetooth built into it or not.
I'll check that later. But Well, yeah, Paul, I guess, but I'm thinking for some reason I'm thinking steel tip only right now.
Oh, my computer's acting like it does have Bluetooth. Wow. Maybe it does.
Well, there you go.
Wow. I could do wireless headset too. Perfect.
Big 7 mark there for Derek. Scuba, uh-oh.
Oh no.
Scuba's had a lot of legs where it just isn't. He's not Scuba, you know. Like it's not the Scuba Steve that is
We expect.
is a top 6 finisher in the CSC Challenger Series, who averages a 5.3 something in the CSC Challenger Series, you know, and that's a little bit shocking.
That's fair. There he is.
Yeah, Derek, another great 5 mark. So they go 7 mark, 5 mark to kind of steal the throw here early in this match. Again, it is do or die here for Jamie, John, and Steve. They have to win this match to stay in this as we get a great 7 mark from Jamie. And if their third player on that Jamie, John, and Steve team starts to do that, if Jamie starts to play like that, they have a good shot of taking this all the way. If Jamie, this is the best part about the PPD All-Star triples in all of their leagues, bud. If Jamie, John, and Steve win this match, it's just one leg of cricket for everything. They do all of this just for one leg of cricket. So we could very well have a last leg decider for a last leg decider, and I am here for it.
No, I did walk away, but I was listening. You said inside information about Nick and then proceeded to get distracted by Bluetooth.
Well, so I was going to say is that you've been streaming with us for 2.5 years. Every once in a while, you actually are on camera too, and yet you still have never just added a background to your room or anything to like make it just like where you didn't have blur.
Well,
in 2.5 years, you're just laziness. It's pure laziness. Is all it is.
Oh, first off, some of us don't have houses
First of
that we
all,
own with bedrooms or offices. So I always did it out of my bedroom. I actually now just finally made my office my actual office, and not a bedroom anymore. So that's why there's a couch and my cat's laying on the couch behind me. So that is what's coming up next. The big change for CSC is Nick finally gets an office.
Well, good. It's about time. Did you hear my solution to the to my issue with I can just get a Bluetooth headset?
I'm sure chat's enthralled by your tech support issues.
Oh man, listen. If you guys would have seen me today,
it was crazy. That was your best Melody impersonation ever.
What a first start from Derek. What a gutsy first start. Hit it again, Derek. Oh, big 6 mark.
Yeah. Wow. Here comes Jamie.
Jamie, back-to-back 7 marks in this leg. And I'm telling you right now, if Scuba's playing the way that Scuba's playing, Jamie's going to have to pick it up, and Jamie is picking it up right now. He is single-handedly keeping them in this leg. And AZ just daggers. Boom goes the dynamite for Andy Zamora.
Zaza in full effect.
Jillian, Utah native. Fantastic shot of her own right in the chat. What's up, Jillian?
Now, Jillian just actually got to go on a ridiculously cool trip to, I do believe, Europe. And do a bunch of sightseeing and good old time having.
Man, I'm telling you right now, this Michigander team is just in fuego. 7 mark from Jason. Every single one of their players is throwing phenomenal.
Great darts from start to finish, top to bottom. When one man drops down, one man picks up. It's been, it's kept the balance. It's kept the ship steady.
Says nothing here in Zurich, so there you go.
Yeah, she's still over there. Okay, not even back yet.
So she is tuning in from the furthest away.
Yep, she wins.
It's also
that
got to
one.
be late. See if Derek can find that treble 16. It's a big dart here. He goes back to the 19s. That's not a bad move.
No, not at all.
Especially Jamie's been throwing phenomenal right now. Needs to keep it up. Oh, look at that. Rocky Moody in there saying, Derek, mom and dad from OHIO is watching. That's awesome. I love everything about that.
Well, then, Rocky, can you tell me how long, refresh my memory, how long he's been growing out them dreads? Because I was trying to remember earlier from the last time I talked to him about it, and I could not recall.
This is John's last chance to point here on the 16s. He needs more than that. He's not going to get it.
So if I'm Jason, man, it's a tough thought process. You got
Nah,
two
you go right
wedges.
at it.
I mean, on single 16. No, I'm not talking anything about that, but I'm talking about what to do after. But
Maloney double goes right at the bull. And they are one bull away from being one leg away from this title in Division One, where they only will have lost one time against the team of Jamie, John, and Steve overall, and that was the king seat match that went to a last leg decider anyway. Scuba
makes
4
it
bowls.
interesting.
Yeah, a little practice for the next leg.
And in that moment, that's the calmest we've seen Derek be.
Yeah, it puts them one game away from potentially winning it all here, Andy, Derek, and Jason. So this 0-1 game is incredibly hard to break through, and to be fair, but what a time this would be if that's the case. If they win it here, it's over. Jamie Jones on need to win. Jamie, John, and Steve Holy need to win 2 straight here to bring it to a last leg decider. So we're getting to the real nitty gritty. In the background, we still have the James Edwards, Don Kirby, and Marcy Kirby team fighting along on that second dip right now.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. John Pilgrim starting us off here for the 0-1. And like I said, Ryan, I mean, this format's incredibly hard. In the high divisions, there's not as many variables. You're expecting every player to average about 2 bulls around here.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and that's what's going to make these games move incredibly quickly, too. So that's really intriguing. And then you got Topsky here right out the gate. He said, anything you can do, I can do too.
Hello, hello, hello. Am I back?
There you
Oh,
are.
hey, there's Sean.
Ooh, sorry, guys.
Thought we were about to have equipment failure number 2.
Yeah, that one would have been accidental, to be fair.
Could be fine.
So I'm going to give a huge shout out here real quick. That I just saw this on Facebook. The DP Indy Finals was today, and huge shout out to Ashton Watt for getting his CDC Tour card by winning the finals today. So another father-son duo that is going to be on the CDC Tour next year.
Crazy cool.
So awesome. Huge shout out to Ashton. You love to see stuff like that. He's only got 7 seconds left to throw these darts. Maybe a little rushed. Oh, wow. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll have to leave that one be because that's just about dead middle.
Another one of these would just keep him perfect right now. Doesn't, but that's not bad.
Not at all.
So huge shout out to Ashton. That's amazing.
Wow, that's a That's a really big round right there to miss on.
Yep.
And that hurts. When you fall out of the bowl, like we all miss the bowl, but to fall out and to find all those little single digit numbers, that just breaks your heart.
And Andy takes advantage of it with a low ton.
Zaza makes him pay.
Effectively means the Wisconsinites basically have to be not perfect, but they have to be pretty darn good from this point forward.
Gotta have another.
And he doesn't. Now the throw is definitely favoring the Michiganders.
As long as Jason comes out here and keeps being Jason, yeah, absolutely. Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Oh.
I mean, an uncharacteristically soft round for him, too. Now's not the time to take turns trying to fall apart, gentlemen. Somebody's going to have to want it.
And Scuba with 66 points.
I think, Nick, this is your fault. You typically see 2 bulls per visit guy.
I mean, that's typically what happens.
I'm
but
with you, bud.
There is some nerves. I was gonna say I'm watching the Division II finals in the background here, and they're definitely doing that or more. They are putting quite a show. Don Kirby hits a hat trick into James Edwards hitting a 157. Marcy falling short on the out there, but has Don Kirby on 46 to take the second dip 2 straight and bring it to a last leg decider.
Wow.
And unless he finds a big number, I was going to say he's not even going to find an out.
Yeah, they have 6 starts from 156. If I'm Andy, I just get it low.
Yeah, set it up.
2 bowls and a single 6 is all I want to do here because I know that I have my partner who's been lights out the majority of the time, and Jason coming up next. He's going to go for it anyway. Treble 17.
Yep.
He hits it. What a setup.
This guy's got ice in his veins.
AZ is just on fire, and that might seal the deal here for the Wisconsinites. John Pilgrim, all he can do is put pressure on Tops, and he's not even going to do that.
No.
He does hit that bowl to leave a finish for Scuba. That is a doable finish for Scuba, but Jason Topsky has Tops.
Tops.
Topsky for the match. Single 20. And he doesn't hit it.
What'd I tell you?
Scuba Steve has an opportunity here.
Oh.
He needs a treble.
144 could go with Scuba.
Bullseye first. There's that is. Treble 18. No.
Oh.
Bullseye here will leave 26, and that's good enough.
There you could go and say, there you go. The 19s were out, but it's trickier.
All right, little pressure here on Derek now. But this is for the title. For Division 1. Just a single 20.
Do you stay or do you
Yes.
think about
Single 17.
what I'm talking about? Walking it around.
And there it is. They are the champions of Division 1.
Holy cow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Holy
what a
cow.
match. Congratulations. Andy Zamora had the highest average in that leg, too. As we head right over into the last leg decider here. And this is our last finals of the evening. Because everything else is done. So will we go to a? Oh, this is it.
This is it.
This is for the triple dip.
This is the it.
So here we go, Division 2. Finals. Does the team from Indy get the triple dip? They are taking on Wisconsinites, of course. Andrew Slomsky, Cody Sninsler, and Josh Krasinski.
In relation to John? Haha.
No, different spelling.
Ah.
Cody throws rapid fire, hits himself 5 bowls there. Again, Sean Green joined by the amazing Ryan George and the wonderful Nick Teixeira. And Marcy only gets 119 there.
That may not bode well.
You can see the other teams from Night Owls are still hanging around watching this bad boy. Josh, a great treble 20 on dart 2. And he hits the treble 19. What a dart.
Wow. Way to be aggressive.
Don's going to have to go to 18s. He likes 18s.
And he needs a lot of them.
He used to like 18s, but he'll just close the 20s.
I like it because it shuts down the high ground, but at the same time, down 127.
I am surprised that Andrew stayed on points there for dart 2 and 3 with the point lead that they have, but James going to look at a lot of 18s. He needs at least 6 of them. Only gets 4. Cody trying to stop the triple dip from happening. And that's why you're seeing a lot of points. And he hits the triple 18 on dart 3. Well, that's a kill shot.
Yeah, that's going after it. And doing it quickly, too. Almost, not really taking any time in between.
Marcy gets only 2 16s. And now the number 1 player on the team from Wisconsin, Josh, stepping up here. Just looking to close. Definitely does that. 15s. That would have been an absolute dagger. But it's going to take a lot at this point from the team from Indy.
Devin, so Nick, Devin was asking if we know where in Wisconsin that team is from.
Well, they're about to win this here. Not quite yet, but they are 1 bowl away. Amusement devices, I'm actually not quite sure. And this is where James is going to hit 5 bowls just because he can. But it might be a little bit too little too late.
Yeah.
Cody, 1 bowl needed. And there it is. That will do it. They do stop the triple dip from happening. Woo! So that'll do it. The Wisconsinites take it down. But hats off to Night Owls, Marcy, Don, and James Edwards for second place finish and almost getting the triple dip.
Wowza.
Yes. All right. Well, Christmas came early with all-star triples and this great jersey. Ryan, my man, I enjoyed having you here, buddy. It was an absolute pleasure, as always.
Beautifully good time, my friend, as always.
Yeah, well, huge hat off to all of the teams that made the finals. One, the great news for all of them, they got 50 extra points for the all-star rank list, which is the most important thing. But hats off to everyone who finished 4th through 1st in all of their brackets. There are some still continuing on, and we wish them all the best. But that will do it from us here at PPD for this live stream coverage We'll be back December 11th for the first WCS matchup. I'm Sean Green, Ryan George right here on this side of me. Appreciated you having here, bud. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Oh, I had a great time.
Good. That's all that
Great
matters
time,
to
dude.
me.
Anytime.
I enjoyed it greatly, and I hope to have you back here at some point. Nick Teixeira killed it as always as our producer director. Huge shout out to you, and huge shout out to everyone else. That'll do it for us here tonight. Have an absolutely wonderful evening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for tuning in.